It's the way you move to the killer groove.
Killer groove, make your body rock, make your body Yo, check this out.
One, two, three, break it down.
Get busy. Get busy. Get busy. Get busy.
One, two, three, kick it. One, two, three, break it down.
Alrighty, I think it's working, maybe. My sound is gonna be all the way fucked up. Let's see. Do. Oh, wait, it's not showing up. The fuck? Oh, wait, never mind. There we go. Okay, so actually, hold on. Okay, we got that. Turn this on. Do. Everybody loves the Donkey Kong. A whole bunch of, you know, I don't even know what I'm even talking about. I'm trying to see, where do I even want to start? It's so fucking, it's every day with this fucking dude, man. Wait, is it even showing up? Did I fuck it up? Oh yeah, there we go. Nice. Some excellent streamer. I don't even know how far back do I even want to go. We're past the ants. That was like 3 weeks ago. We're not going that far. It's just some shit I missed, or some shit that I did remember seeing that I forgot about, or I don't know. It's primarily hate on rewatch. Who else clipped some good stuff? I'll start here. Ow. Okay. Do. I don't know. Let's see. Because I know the beg tweets have been fucking out of control. This dude is unbelievable. Is this when he was talking about the John Rambo video? Wait, no. Because we're still fucking talking about ants. The hell? Like, I don't want to go into the ant stuff. I want to get past that. This is a chunky one. Oh, this is him, like, reacting to the wing stuff. Didn't I do that last time? Or at least talked about it, I think. I don't remember. I can't keep up. Okay, we'll start here.
Do I read the contents? Excuse me.
The contents.
Comments? Of course I do. I have to. My channel.
I mean, you don't have to.
That comments need to be reviewed and approved to show up on videos. Why? Because for a very long time, during that era whenever it was apropos, it was so trendy
Apropos.
to hate on Darkside Phil and make a "This Is How You Don't Play" video about everything he does. Okay. People actually
Big
got into
snort.
competitions.
I feel like the music is a little too loud.
nastiest
It can't go any lower though.
The most insulting thing, the most
The
disgusting
most
thing.
racist thing. It was a contest.
Comments of my gameplay videos. It was stupid as shit. It was like the dumbest people on the internet.
The
Using my
racism
channel
contest,
just to
that's
do
what it
this,
was.
Because they knew that if they had the worst comment on my video, it would be picked up and highlighted in one of these "This Is How You Don't Play" montages. So, essentially, within a 2-year period, my channel became a toxic cesspool because people were just doing toxic shit everywhere on it. Like, everywhere on the channel that was like this.
I still feel like it's too loud.
And I couldn't sit around and just...
It's as low as it can go.
At that time. So I shut them off. My actual longtime fans and viewers who were using the channel for positive purposes came to me and said, "Phil, you just gotta turn them off. There's nothing else you can do.
Positive
You're just
purposes.
one man. You can't hire a team to sit here and watch
Who the
it."
fuck said
So I
this?
did.
Nobody.
Now, in those
Get outta here.
5 years that passed, YouTube had a new system that they implemented.
Using my channel for
The way it works
positive
is that people can
purposes.
post
What the fuck
comments,
else are they
but
gonna use it
number
for?
one, YouTube instituted all of these new filters. So if anyone said anything racist or things, it would filter that out,
Racist.
and that comment would immediately be blocked.
They can't have their
In addition to
racism
that-
contests anymore.
There's a queue. Okay.
A simple yes or no
And
would have
you
sufficed to the question. Do you? Yeah,
allows me to sit there-
exactly. You can't ask this motherfucker anything and not expect a full-blown fucking essay answer for like shit that's yes or no. He has to like go extra and talk about shit that doesn't even like. Yeah, he has to talk about shit that's just irrelevant. Like, it's a simple yes or no question. You don't have to go on these long diatribes and just because when he answers a question, by the time he's done speaking, if he even answers the fucking question, you forget what the question even was. Because we start at point A and then we go on fucking detours and loop-de-loops and we don't even know how we even end up where we even end up. That's what it's like asking this dude fucking anything. Like, do you read comments? It turns into all of this explanation. We gotta take a history lesson. Like, I don't, like, yeah, maybe that's like supporting evidence, but you can still answer the fucking question without knowing all of that other stuff. Like, we know all you had to say was a long time ago, I had my comments turned off because people were being dicks and trolling. There you go. How long did that take? And why did we take so long to explain all the shit? Also, hello, Immoral Path of the Gay Banana. You're only one. Like, no one said this shit to him. I think he legitimately makes this stuff up. Like, it's basically voices in his head to make himself sound better. Like, it's basically what he thinks other people are saying or what he wants other people to say to justify whatever it is that he's fucking doing. He's justifying his own self by creating another person that just agrees with everything. I don't know. It's really weird. I doubt, like, even so, they're not saying it the way that he's saying it. He just puts words in their mouths. They basically turn into him. That's basically what he would say to himself. And that's not even probably what the person even fucking said.
See new comments and screen them and either approve or deny and respond, which is great because I can approve a comment and immediately go over to
Also, hopefully
respond
the
and have a
audio
conversation
is
with someone
balanced
if I choose.
enough. I lost a hard drive over the past couple of days, which is why I actually don't have my VTuber model anymore. It was a placeholder. It wasn't like my own custom one. I have yet to commission one, but that one's lost, and where I got it from, the hub, is it's really hard to search for stuff there, so I may never find it again.
Comment comes through because they're morons. It's all blocked by
So
YouTube.
yeah, no VTuber model until I either commission one or use another placeholder one.
Do it. There's
So
much
I'm going
stupidity
bare minimum here.
tossed
I'm just a
against
disembodied
the
voice
channel
now.
for dumb reasons that I had to institute.
I
that. So,
devolved.
absolutely, I see every comment, but 90% of them, well, I should say 90% of the idiots. You know, they don't
I should have
do
backed
which
it
is
up,
great.
but yeah, it happens. I'm more
Essentially,
pissed
what
that I
we've done
lost
in the
all my
last
music.
year Is we've taken DSP Gaming from a channel that was just a.
I was
quiet
working on like some
archive.
mixes too, and I lost
And we
all of
turned it
those.
back
It makes me not want to do it anymore.
a
I'll just do
place
something
for-
new. It's just getting scrapped, I guess.
Discussion and enjoyment of games. And that's what I wanted to do in the last year since I came back full-time to YouTube, is turn my whole business around, which I feel like I have. I mean,
how have you did it?
Very slowly. I wish it had grown.
Also, what's up? Just a scamp.
But as I told you guys,
I agree.
It took a long time. It took a long time for Twitch to take off for me. That whole first year, 2 years that I was on Twitch, it wasn't great. It was just okay, and then all of a sudden it started to grow.
Yeah, but it's not like he gave a fuck about YouTube. He only gave a fuck about YouTube because it was all he had. Because he didn't even get kicked off of Twitch. He got kicked off the Twitch partnership program. Because he's such a fucking cuck. You can still stream on fucking Twitch.
To improve the streaming experience.
You're just not gonna get bits and subs. My monies.
All last year, and they announced, oh, we're gonna do all this stuff next.
But he makes it seem like they just fucking eradicated him from the website. You can still use it, dude.
I said, still not here.
You just can't get Twitch money.
Why are you being so impatient? I said, because I know YouTube. I've been here for 14 years.
Then we run to YouTube and we suck YouTube's dick, but we also complain about YouTube too, which is.
Guys hear me back in early this year.
You have every right to complain. I complain about my job and shit, but like,
all those improvements to YouTube in February.
it's like to myself. I'm not like venting, run around screaming. Everyone's a fucking idiot or whatever. I mean, they pay my bills, so can't be too mad at them. I could just leave. You could just not do YouTube, Phil. You know, if you so pissed off and think they're shitty or whatever. You could just not use the platform if it's really like that.
That's the other problem with YouTube.
Oh, they pay you? Okay.
I am enjoying what I'm doing here on YouTube. Thank you guys who are posting up comments. Please continue to do so.
I don't remember what the damn question was.
Okay.
So that was that one. Oh, what else we got? Hey, I'm using primarily Hate Army Watch. They've been very consistent. But if you have any other video suggestions that you want to throw my way, we can do that too. But yeah, I'm just for right now using Hate Army Watch and just catching up with some clips. But yeah, feel free to throw anything my way. Wait, DSP reacts to DSP down the rabbit hole would be boring. Wait, what? Oh. Sure.
Now, the one thing that we haven't talked about yet.
Don't you love when he does that? God damn, I hate that.
Now, the one thing that we haven't talked about yet today, when we talk about the schedule, is the future of DSP Reacts. Because as of Monday, we hit the
so absurd.
So much we became a member and made that happen for the month of April. That means we have locked. We have locked into the next DSP Reacts event. Now, I'm going to be honest with you.
Oh, yeah, I'm also going to be going over, not the whole damn thing, but just a little bit of when he did the Final Fantasy House thing. Another shitty react, and just how terrible he is at reacting to something which I didn't think was possible. It's like literally the easiest thing ever. He said it himself. It's like the greatest like lazy content or whatever. But how do you suck dick at it then if it's so damn easy and lazy and whatnot? How are you terrible at it? But I'm gonna be watching a little bit of that. Which surprisingly enough, I didn't know anything about that stuff, the Final Fantasy House stuff, and I started reading into it more. It's actually very interesting. I want to start my own cult. It'll be like a positive cult, chill cult. I mean, that's all you have to do. You just chill. It's a very positive thing. I want to keep away the non-chill people, but yeah, I want to start a positive, happy, fun, chill cult. Sounds good.
Dark Side Phil, down the rabbit hole. Or down the rabbit hole, Dark Side Phil. I said it backwards. I don't think it's going to be as epic as people are building it up to be. And I think there's two reasons why it's not going to be as epic as people are building it up to be.
Oh, right? Yeah?
Number one, it's about me. It's something that I already know. I lived all these moments that are in this video, okay? Rather than being like the Wings of Redemption video.
And the thing is, I don't know what kind of stuff DSP can react to and it be actually good, because if it's about, okay, he's shown if it's not about him, he's gonna make it about himself anyways. And if it's like the Final Fantasy House stuff, he's just gonna be like, because oh yeah, there's one specific part that I want to point out to that I want to try to find when he was watching that, just to kind of solidify, like, he kind of really can't watch shit that he doesn't know anything about. It makes it 10 times worse. Because it's just him asking, like, I'm spoiling it, but it's just like him asking rhetorical questions. And, like, I don't know if he's trying to actively discuss it with this chat or just, like, his problem is he thinks out loud so much during these react videos. Like, it's kind of how you're not supposed to, like, I know it's a reaction, but like you can't just be blurting out every damn thing that pops into your head, dude. Like, that's not what it should be. You kind of have to take in the content a little bit and digest it and like add something to it. You're adding nothing, but we'll get there.
Video where it's 2 hours and I'm going through this video for the first time, learning about all this stuff. I'm attaching the meme to the moment, right?
The meme.
And I'm learning everything. I know about all this stuff because I lived it.
Yeah, so it's gonna be boring as fuck.
Anything for the very first time because I already know about everything.
Yeah, because down that rabbit hole DSP, which I don't get why he's making that, like, oh, like, why didn't he just do that one first? Like, he already blew his load on the Wings one. Like, I don't know what else can he actually react to that, like, you can actually give a fuck about, that is not just gonna be him being confused and, like, stupid. He blew his load with the fucking Wings one. He did the absolute best one first. Because at least he has some... He knows of Wings. He's interacted with Wings. They're, like, lolcow brothers. But outside of that, what the hell else can he actually watch? I don't want him to watch something about himself. It's just going to be one long pre-stream. He's just going to be regurgitating shit that he's been saying for fucking years. We already know this stuff. It's going to be the most terrible. It's just going to be one really long history pre-stream segment. And then like the John and Howard video thing. Like, he's really grasping. He's like, why are you doing this now? What, to get attention from trolls? You're just getting that desperate? And all that's going to be is like him spinning stuff in semantics. And just be like, well, it wasn't actually like this. Here's what really happened. Or that's not true. And it was actually this. It's just going to be him, like, yeah, his word versus theirs. But he's a known fucking liar. So you really can't trust anything he says at face value. So there you go. It's going to be worthless.
In that video. Okay. Now, yeah, I'll be talking about it and elaborating on it. I'll be saying, is this true?
Yeah, he just blurts all his thoughts out. It's the most obnoxious thing you can do when you're reacting to something.
Yeah, I did a lot of dumb stuff back in the day that I regret today, and I know that it concretely hurt
and he
me.
does that when his commentary too. It's just,
you know, it's in the past.
Every
I've learned from it. It's time to move on positive,
insignificant thought in his head, he blurts it out.
It's going to be interesting.
Like, just so he can say something. It's not worth anything.
Interesting is me watching something genuinely new or that I don't understand and actually reacting to that.
But that's what he thinks reacting is, and he thinks he's like a fucking expert at it now. Because he thinks everyone else, they just...
I'm not familiar with, and actually learning about it.
Yeah, the hypocrisy. What's this thing that he says about, like, these YouTubers? Like, oh, they got, like, their face in the thumbnail and clickbait and going, and all that stuff. And then look at his fucking thumbnails. That somebody made for him, but he accepted it. Like, that's the thing. Like, he is so self-unaware. That's what makes him interesting to me, though. Because I don't think, because like in his head, he thinks he's not doing what these other people are doing. Like, I think he legitimately thinks what he's doing is different. That you can't compare the two for whatever reason that he makes up in his head. So he's not being a hypocrite, but he blatantly is. But you can't tell him that. It's absurd. It's really absurd. How can you talk shit on these people for so long for what they do? And then you do the same thing, but it is different though. We can't call you out on that. he would never do mukbangs. Now he's doing feasting with the king. Oh, he's never gonna do this. He's never gonna do that. I mean, people change, yeah, but like, you still sound like the biggest hypocrite when these things keep happening and you shit on these people so fucking much. That's the thing. I wouldn't care if he said, oh, I'm never gonna do this, but he's over here talking shit about these people that he knows nothing about because of the content that they made. And then you end up making the same content and it's just okay. Like, it would have been fine if he didn't shit talk them for fucking years and pretend like they're like the scum of the earth, the lowest browed content. And now you're ending up doing it because you're desperate for fucking money. They did the content because they wanted to do it. But you're just doing it just to get money. So, I mean, what's worse? Yeah.
Reacting to it live. Oh, wow, that's interesting. Here's what I think on this. Here's my take on this, which is what I did for the Wings of Redemption video. That's going to be better content, in my opinion. You guys may disagree. I don't know. The thing was, if you remember, originally, I was going to do DSP reacts to Down the Rabbit Hole Dark Side Phil, and you guys weren't interested. It wasn't until I did the video.
It's going to be trash.
Now, all of a sudden, everyone's interested.
Yes.
Weird.
Yeah, nobody wants to hear you talk about your fucking self. You do that all the time.
Anyway.
We know about you. We don't care about you.
I'm still excited to do it. When will I be doing it? Okay. Well, here's what I think we should do.
Isn't that like this Saturday that's coming up?
Shall we?
That's going to be
schedule it, not
whatever.
for this weekend, because that's way too soon. I just did the last one last weekend. How about like 2 weeks? So how about not this weekend, but maybe the weekend after, on that Saturday? So I guess that would be...
I love his argument for the John and Howard video. He said, since they took down the video, he doesn't need to ask permission, which is like a... Yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
So maybe the 7th? Or we could even do it another week later. We could do it on the 14th.
I really don't understand him. Like, when it came to, like, he had wanted to watch This Is How You Don't Play, right? And he's sitting here acting like he doesn't know how to contact Evil AJ.
That worked so well when I did that for the Wings of Redemption video.
But, like, how did you contact Frederick Knudsen then?
You know, a lot of people are off school or work. They were able to attend. And
it's like he wants to do, like, he wanted to do the This Is How You Don't Play, but then at the other... Like, on the other end, he's like, oh, Evil AJ fucking hates me. He probably won't let me do it. But, like, he already gave you permission, and now he's pretending like he doesn't. Like, he brought it up. You brought up wanting to do this and saying you need permission. We're telling you he's giving you permission. But then he's like, well, I don't know how to fucking contact him. Well, I thought you wanted to do the fucking video. You can figure it out. Do you not want to do it now? And saying, like, he hates me, he's not gonna let me do it. Then why the fuck did you bring it up? Like, are you just baiting trolls? Are you, like, you want people to become members because of the possibility that he may do this, but in reality, he's never gonna do it. He's gonna weasel out of it. Is that what he's doing?
And so...
It's the weirdest fucking thing. It was your fucking idea. Now you don't want to contact the guy. Pretend like you don't know how to contact him.
Absolutely, because that's how it's gonna get the most attention. But at the same time, it ain't gonna last 3 hours. There's no way. It's a 30-minute video. At most, I would say an hour and a half to 2 hours. Time.
Yeah, he didn't email him. It's fucking wants to. I got time to email him. I'm surprised he's not asking people to fax him.
At the end of it, or whatever. I don't know. All right. But anyway, we'll talk about this over the next week or 2 weeks. I think it'll either be the 7th or the 14th. We'll figure it out together. When should it be? The 7th or the 14th? If it's the 14th, it's good. It's right in the middle of the month, right? It's a good time to do it, I think.
Yeah, that's when the YouTube check comes in.
If they have to wait, you know, a few weeks for it to happen.
I don't think people are going to be that upset.
Right, there's no way it's happening.
Calm down, buddy. Nobody's waiting on that.
Jesse says, I don't want people to show up because it's about me. What the fuck? You know what?
Wait, what?
Why do I even read it? Why did I even read the dumb message? I should just do this.
Trigger.
There you go. Why do I put up with nonsense? What the fuck is this idiot talking about? You're right. I don't want anyone to watch the video that I've been hyping for a month. Oh, yeah. Why? Please don't show up.
Whatever you do, don't show up.
Oh, he said it.
Dark Side Phil reacts to Down the Rabbit Hole Dark Side Phil. Please, let it be my lowest
mail him via carrier pigeon
I've ever done.
What a dunce.
Dunce. Take a sip.
Yikes. Anyway, we're also approaching
of my carbonated water so I can fucking burp all day.
Month means a new members goal, doesn't it? Ooh.
Actually, where are his subs at now? Is he still sub 400? He was bleeding subs, but the business is saved.
I did that.
They're rolling out the beta for gifted memberships. I don't know if he can like get into it, like for the beta, but he's hyped and happy about it.
And this is kind of an interesting,
because this motherfucker can't post good news on Twitter unless it's about fucking money. Now he's hype and excited now. He heard about those gifted memberships and he's gonna reveal something he made on a tweet. He's gonna reveal something new or some shit for the stream. It's probably gonna be really fucking dumb and just nothing. But he's hyped and excited about hearing about those gifted memberships. So he's gonna be euphoric today. Like, he's gonna like talk about it. He's gonna play the fucking clown box because he's gonna be like, ladies and gentlemen, YouTube has finally, and then he's gonna make like some lame joke. Like, it's gonna be like something crazy, like gave him a lifetime supply of pudding or something. You know, like, you know how lame his fucking jokes are. He's gonna do like that, and then he's gonna like, actually, no, YouTube is finally doing gifted memberships. However the fuck that clown box goes, he's gonna do that dumb shit. Like, he's so predictable. You already know. You just plan out what he's going to do in any given situation. But yeah, it's probably gonna be a whole bunch of that today. So that'll be fun.
Concept, okay? Perhaps what we can do is have a members goal. That's a pretty big stretch goal.
Yeah, it's in like beta.
And if we hit that goal, we lock into the next DSP Reacts event. But the difference is, you guys.
But I think only a select people can get into it, or you got to do something or have some requirements. But yeah, it's in beta right now. It's not like available to everybody yet. I don't think.
Asked me to watch, like the one on
but
OS,
yeah, it is a thing that they're implementing. But yeah.
Vote on what one you want.
Oh, he said like 360, really?
Okay.
Holy shit. My stats
or we could do
paid
other
attention.
Kinds of
it was
stuff
like
too. I don't know.
380.
I'm not sure what to do.
Is he really bleeding subs?
I want to think about it for a few days and talk with you guys. I definitely would like your feedback. Are we already so high with our heads up, you know, up the butt of the React content that we're tired of it? We want to do something different as the main hype members goal.
No, you have to milk it.
Do we want to do something completely different? Or do we want to actually have it be the next React event? You know what I mean? I'm not sure what we want to do. Okay, I'm not sure. There's other. I'm waiting for you guys to.
Yeah, it's gonna be a whole lot harder to like inflate your sub count like it is on Twitch. Like, yeah, you can't just give it to random people. You can't just throw out sub bombs to like 50 people.
Without having that, I can't reach out to the people
and give gift the sub, like gift. I mean, it kind of makes sense.
Concrete suggestions. I haven't gotten any. I know that the videos are out there, but I have no idea what.
Yeah, it's like you're forcing memberships on people that might not even actively watch the fucking person. So it's kind of a waste. I mean, it helps out the streamer, but then again, let
me know. Let me know what you.
What if they don't want it?
Okay.
That's why I kind of like the idea that they have to accept it. Like, what if I don't want a membership even though it's free? As weird as that sounds, it's like, I didn't sign up for this. I don't want this.
You know what I'm saying? I already have permission from Frederick Knudsen to do anything on his channel. Absolutely anything is fair game. Okay.
He better be cutting Frederick a check.
Anyway, so give me your suggestions, and like I said, over the next few days, let's see what happens, and I really would like to get an idea of what you guys want for the members goal for May. It doesn't have to be React. It could be, it doesn't have to be React. It could be a members choice, a viewer's choice playthrough again, which we haven't done in a long time.
I really don't see how we can do these viewer choice things and keep promoting that, because I'm never gonna get over Divinity. Divinity Original Sin 2. Like, you never finished it. So, is the viewer's choice thing, is it... Because I thought that was, like, the thing, right? Like, he plays it until completion, you would think, right? Or is that not a part of the deal? It's literally, I'm just gonna play the game. And if any point that I want to stop playing it, I'll stop playing it. Is that what people are paying for? Like, I'm not getting over that. I'd be like, no, we're not gonna, you can't do another viewer's choice. You never finished fucking Divinity. So it's nice to know at any point you can I thought that was the agreement. I thought that was the point of it. Viewer's choice. So he can play something and then not even finish it. He can just stop. He can just stop anytime he wants to. I mean, he's free to do that, but like, what's the point of even voting on something? It could go away at any fucking point. But yeah, you never finished the yeah, you get good guys. You never finished Divinity. So if I were somebody that wanted to actually support him and, you know, his content and everything, I would just be like, well, you never finished Divinity. How are you going to do another viewer's choice? You got to finish that one first. I would hold him to it. Hold his feet, hold his piggy hooves to the fucking fire. Follow through with the shit that you say you're going to do for once. I'm campaigning for it. Finish Divinity 2. And he's acting like he's going back to it. Like it's just on the back burner. He's never going to play that shit again. This dude, he wants to play Mirror's Edge and keeps talking about Suikoden and shit. He wants to replay that shit, or he wants to replay Mirror's Edge and finally play Suikoden on stream. But he doesn't want to finish Divinity 2. Yeah.
Okay. Lies Versal, it doesn't matter. He says the greatest or worst moments of DSP 2020 videos are all just defamatory, but they are defamatory.
No.
It's not. Oh well, they're not all defamatory. No, but they are. They all have defamation in them. Just because there's facts in there doesn't mean that there's not defamation mixed in. And what makes it even worse is that when you have facts mixed with defamation, and a newcomer would have no idea the difference between the two. So there's no fucking chance I'm covering garbage.
That guy's a fucking idiot. He could have had a chance to actually do something meaningful, and instead, he's a moron. So fuck him and his content. He can go fuck himself.
Wait, who are we talking about?
Drama content. I already told you.
I forgot who we were talking about.
Okay.
What a combo. Let's go to that combo again.
So,
what was that? Hold on. This dude's doing fucking strings.
He can go fuck himself. I'm not covering drama content. I already told you this.
Alright, so we got the throat clear. Alright. Into a snort. This is a just frame. Throat clear and the snort is a one frame link. He hit it fucking flawlessly. So throat clear and the snort, one frame fucking link. Big ups.
Okay.
And a throat clear into sniff combo. Dude, this is expert level execution right here. Like, I can't even tell you how hard it is to do this. Like, the sniff has to be delayed just perfectly after the throat clear. So it's like the opposite of like a one frame. Like, you just have to time it perfectly, but there's a delay to it. It's the timing, the delay timing. Very difficult stuff.
Okay, so let's see what happens. All right, I'm excited for the future.
Yeah, the dude couldn't stop talking about Suikoden. I mean, I want to say it was actually probably like the first RPGs that I remember. So, I mean, I did grow up playing Suikoden. I actually want to go back and play that. 2 was fucking bomb too. But yeah, he couldn't, like, because he guessed the title right. This dude was going off. He couldn't fucking stop talking about it and promoting like a playthrough of it, like baiting a playthrough of it. He gets so sidetracked when he, I don't know. Does he have like a, I don't know. That's why he rambles so much. I mean, I know I ramble too, but he really does get distracted and just every little thought that comes into his head, he just expands upon it and keeps going and keeps going. And then he just loses track of what he was even talking about. Where was that at? Let's see. Oh, this shit was stupid. I remember this.
And then Soren
Whoops,
S.
I didn't
also
have to
did
do
super
that.
Chat.
There
It says, if
it's
Elden
already.
Ring is not the best game ever, which one is that? That is a subjective, excuse me, an objective, no. I'm kidding.
My snort didn't come out.
That is a subjective
He couldn't
question.
get the snort out like his chicken wing when he's playing Fei
Because it's
Long.
different strokes for different folks, right? It is.
Hey, that chicken wing
You can
did
argue
come
that
out.
one
Even
genre
this
is better
fucking
than
chicken
another, or you
wings.
enjoy one genre more than another. You know, if your favorite genre of games is fighting games, you might argue that your favorite fighting game is the best game of all time. While someone who likes platformers may think that a Mario game is the best game of all time, right? And it's really like apples to oranges. How do you say is Street Fighter 2 better or worse than Super Mario World?
I don't know, it's subjective, dude.
They're not even close to being the same type of game. You know what I'm saying? What I have issue with these reviewers,
Okay.
is not someone saying, okay, Elden Ring is my game of the year. I don't care about that. That's fine. All right?
What do we have a problem
If
with
your
for
favorite
whatever
software
reason?
Game, it's your game of the year. That's good for you.
Like, I
Go
don't
ahead,
get
you can say
why
that.
this pisses them
All right,
off
but
so
number one,
much.
you
It's
gotta
so weird to
understand the
me.
year's not over. We're only heading into May. There's going to be many more games coming out this year, and there may be competition. So kind of saying, oh, game of the year.
Ooh,
is
actually,
kind of irresponsible.
actually, what I might do, now that I'm thinking about it, I didn't see or listen to any of his Elden Ring review. I mean, we could speed through that and see if there's anything there. I'm gonna play it at like 1.5 speed until there's something that I want to, I guess. That's an option they're thinking of, because yeah, I didn't watch any of that or hear anything about it. His Elden Ring review. But I don't know, I might take a look at that.
All right. If you say game of the year so far, that's different. But a lot of people are just saying game of the year as like a definitive statement. There's no chance any other game this year can beat it. And I'm not believing that. I think that there could be better games this year. Okay. In fact, I would say I hope there's better games this year. I want more better games.
But
I don't
it's
wanna say the best
subjective,
games come out,
though.
Everything else is a downhill trend. That's
Like,
kinda
why are we trying to
ridiculous.
argue with
That's
like
number
people's
one.
opinions?
But
That's
the
all
other thing I
reviews
think
are.
is people who review the game and say, okay, so this was really kind of messed up in the game and broken. This definitely could have been improved and it was really frustrating, but it's a 10 out of 10. Okay? I'm sorry you can't do that. And I know that
And
people
who
have
are
different
you to say that?
methodologies when it comes to
Like, who
review.
the fuck is he to say that? You can't do that. That's against the, what is it? Is it against the law? Since he's such a legal expert too, and all these companies are doing a bunch of illegal shit. Why don't you sue them then, if they're just so damn illegal? But, like, who is he to say? You can't do that. You can't do it. You just can't. You can't give it a 10 out of 10. You can't do that. It's like, okay. Like, what are you gonna do? They did it. It's so
And they
stupid.
produce it,
So
though.
fucking stupid.
But the truth of the matter and the bottom line, and I say these mannerisms all the time to try to emphasize, I don't know how much I can emphasize the next following statement, all right? If you are someone with a following on the internet,
Uh-huh.
you have a responsibility to be transparent and truthful with your audience. You have to understand.
Listen
that
to
what you
this
say has
shit.
weight,
Yeah. You
that
ever
people will
you ever apply that
directly
to
make
yourself?
Judgments based off of what you say in a review. If you review Elden Ring
Uh-huh.
and you say the game has all these issues
Right.
that could be improved, and you give it a 10 out of 10,
Yeah.
you have done a dramatic disservice to your viewing audience, and you have been completely
It's not
disrespectful
that
and dishonest
serious.
and
Listen
basically
to this
irresponsible.
motherfucker.
Because when you say 10 out of 10, you're saying it's perfect. It's 100%. 10 divided by 10 is 1.
Listen to
The
this
best
stupid
example,
shit.
whole
What,
number 1. It's flawless.
What is that
infallible,
supposed to mean?
Best in class, best you could ever do. Is
No.
Elden Ring the best you can ever do for the
Isn't 0 technically the perfect number? Or am I just making that up? I'm making shit up like he's making shit up. But isn't 0 technically a perfect number? Yeah, but I guess 1 is the perfect number now because it's a whole number. I don't know, like, what is that supposed to mean? What is the significance of that? You can't give a game a 10 out of 10. Why the fuck is the scale out of 10 anyway, if nothing can ever get a 10 then? Why is it not 1 to 9? What if they gave it a 9.9 out of 10? Is that acceptable, fucking Phil? Since you want to be the authority and tell people what they can and can't review a game, which is literally just like people's opinions, so they can't give it a 10. What if they give it a 9.9? Would that please you? It's 10 out of 10, one whole but like, if you say a game is a 10 out of 10, you're not automatically saying the game is fucking perfect just because 10 divided by 10 is a 1. Like, What does this even mean? And why are we holding so much stake to this? It's just a review of a video game. You did a huge disservice to your people. To the people that actually care about what you say. How dare you give this shit 10 out of 10? That means you think it's perfect, and it's not perfect. But, okay, but nothing's perfect. But so why the fuck does the 10 exist anyway? This unattainable number that you can never give anything. Why is it there? Change the scale, then. Oh, yeah, I don't know why he takes this stuff seriously, and he wants to be taken seriously. He wants to be taken seriously, but then well, if you know, like, what his Twitter profile picture and what he changed it as, you want to be taken seriously, but you do everything in your power, like, to do the opposite of that, because you make yourself look like a fucking clown. I'm sorry, you can't fucking be a clown and sit here and clown makeup with the shoes and the nose and everything, and then demand, like, respect from me, like I'm not gonna treat you like a fucking clown. No, you're a clown. Like, it doesn't work that way. I'm sorry, but yeah.
This style of game, or is there room for improvement? If there's room for improvement, it can't be perfect. You can't say it is. You just can't. If you do, you have been irresponsible with your audience and you have misled them. And I know people will give me shit because someone just told me the other day, Angry Joe said it's a 10 out of 10.
Yeah,
and I respect
that's his own personal opinion. It's a 10 out of 10 for him.
You can't say a game is perfect.
He fucked up. Angry Joe fucked up. Wait.
And I hate to say it.
He should have did the thing. Man, if DSP was actually, he would have actually have been funny, but he's impossible being funny. What he should have did? Because isn't that like Angry Joe's thing? Does he still do that? Like they done fucked it up, like that thing? Back when I used to watch Angry Joe, I like that. But does he still do that anymore? But he should have used that on him. Be like, he fucked it up, or he done fucked it up. That would have been actually funny, but no, he's whatever. He missed a good opportunity. He could have used his own line against him. Boo.
You could say that the responsibility should be on the viewer. It's the viewer's responsibility to watch the whole review and then judge for themselves. The viewer shouldn't just listen to the number score and then say that's the score and trust it. You're right, but sadly that's not the reality we live in. We don't live in a world where everyone's fucking smart. We just don't. We live in a world where people are like, oh,
we live in a society.
Here's a number, that's the game, period. There's people who will just say, okay, what did Angry Joe rate it? Oh, a 10? Perfect score. Okay, best game ever. They won't even watch the review. They'll just listen to the number. You also got to remember about aggregate scores. There's aggregate scores on the internet that rate things off of the number you give it. So again, if you're overinflating and saying 10 out of 10, but it has flaws, you have actually skewed the aggregate score.
But who cares?
And that is a disservice to everyone out there. So many people get overcome with emotion when they
nobody does that.
Television show.
He's done this before. When he turned his comments back on, because they have it now where you can hide dislikes. Yeah, it was the dislike hiding. Like, he tried to turn that into a positive thing that, like, now more people can interact with this content, because when they click on this video, they don't see a big number beside the thumb, like the thumbs down emoji. I'm calling it an emoji. That now people will feel more encouraged and safe to interact with his videos. Like, that's not how people think. A big number beside the thumbs down. A bunch of people disliked it. That they feel like they just can't enjoy the video anymore? Or because there's comments. Do they know that you can watch a video and not look at the comments? It's like, how is that disturbing you? But he likes to spin that narrative. That, oh, people feel safe now. It's not toxic. They can watch my videos in a non-toxic environment. Well, they could already did that. Just watch the fucking video. You don't have to look at the comments. If they piss you off or whatever, don't look at it, I guess. I don't know. You can still watch the video. It's not impeding on your ability to watch the video. You can still interact with the video. Just don't look at the negative stuff or don't care about it. I don't know. But like nobody acts this way. Yeah, if we like something, we'll watch it, play it, and whatnot. Like, I don't know. It's not that deep, Phil. And he's just making up these scenarios. Nobody actually thinks like this. Nobody actually does this. It's just, he's just using extreme examples that probably don't even exist. We don't base opinions on other people's opinions, but that's all Phil does, and that's his problem. Like, he's the epitome of a consumer. That's why he loves Twitter so damn much. He really needs to get off of Twitter. But yeah, it's just basically he bases all his opinion, like he doesn't have an original thought in his head. He's so easily swayed by what other people think. But then he wants to like call out other people that they're brainwashed or whatever. But like, I wouldn't go extreme to say it's brainwashing, but you're very influenceable, Phil. Like, you get so many influences from other people and you care about what other, like this whole review shit. Reviews are just opinions. Why do we care so much about it? Like it's some super important thing that like they're doing a disservice to your community or whatever. If you give this a 10 out of 10, you can't do that. Like, it's just a fucking number, man. Like, I don't get why it bugs him so much. Why does he care about this so much? It's
come with positive emotion and say it's perfect when it's not. Other people get completely overwhelmed with negative emotion when they feel that something's not up to snuff with how they feel it should be, and then they slam it, right? And either way,
Wait, did the music
can
stop?
give you a lot of extra attention on the internet, and it can make you a lot of extra money if you're a content creator.
Yes, I'm still watching.
Streams, I know, I've been there. When
You
I
two
made
pulling the
that
Netflix
video,
shit.
the worst game
Why does
I've
it do
ever
that?
Played, Homefront: The Revolution, it broke 1 million views. It made me thousands of dollars.
Okay,
no
yeah.
exaggeration. That one video
Right.
that I spent a few nights piecing
What happened to the
together,
money?
editing and putting out on
Why
the
is he bringing
internet,
this up?
made me a lot of money.
Okay.
Because it was so overly negative.
Right.
All right. So I know all about it. I've been there.
Nah, I've been there. Yep.
But I feel that you have to be responsible when you are a content creator and you have a following. You know, you just have to be. This is your job. This is you.
Oh, like responsible, like saying tranny is not a negative word or slur. Being responsible like that, saying it's not a bad word, that you can say it like that, but claiming that we're an ally. We're gonna get to that, because I have something to say about that. Like, yeah, we'll get there too. But is that being responsible? I don't know. Like, he wants to like talk down on other people and tell them how they should be, like he's motherfucking Teresa. But he can't look at himself and everything that's fucked up about what he does. But he wants to like talk down other people. As a content creator, you have to be responsible. You can't do that. It's like he's wagging his finger at fucking other people. What about, look at you. Like, I hate when he does that. Like, he's so above everybody. What's up, Ziggy Piggy? I promise I won't fall asleep on this stream. Yeah, you have to be responsible. Yeah, we should expect all of that out of him. Be accountable.
Putting yourself out there and saying, this is truly what I feel about a game. You can't trust that every person's going to watch your full review, even though they absolutely should. Your number score has to be truly representative of what you say in the review. And too many reviewers don't do that. They just get so overly, completely overwhelmed in emotion. Oh, 10 out of 10, best game ever. Get the fuck out of here. You're so full of it. And then people...
Maybe it is to them.
Okay. All right.
Okay, awkwardly staring at chat. My favorite DSP content when he just fucking dead stares the chat and gives these
guys,
kind of faces.
Oh
yeah. Oh yeah, that's another thing why I wanted to watch them when he was reacting to the Final Fantasy House thing, because he legitimately started scaring me. I don't know what it is. because he doesn't do this when he's like playing a game. It's like strictly like because he's watching stuff and he's supposed to be reacting to it. He's like super conscious about him on the camera. Like he would do these really quick camera glances, like double takes, triple takes, quadruple takes. He, for whatever fucking reason, he couldn't stop like darting his eyes at the fucking camera like over and over and over. It was really weird and awkward, and it scared me a little bit. You'll see what I'm talking about, but like he only seems to really do it when he's doing like the react content. I have no idea why, but it's really fucking scary to look at. It's like, what are you looking at? Why do you keep looking at that? Like, what are you looking at for that split second that you're darting your eyes, and then he looks at the screen, darts his eyes at the camera real quick? Like, I don't know. It was super bizarre. I don't know what the hell was going on with him. Yeah, I kind of want to see that now. I'm just making a list of stuff that I keep mentioning of. There's so much that we'll get there. We'll get there. Yeah, reviewers aren't fence sitting enough, which is his favorite thing to do because he doesn't want to offend anybody. It's such an annoying thing about him. Like, it's more annoying when you fence sit on fucking everything. He legitimately can't take a stand on anything. Even if he does make a stance, he wants to like backpedal. He wants to take it back because he wants to not piss off somebody. And that's just like annoying to me. Have a stand on something. People are going to get pissed off regardless. Just stand on something. What do you actually think? What's your actual opinion? Why are we trying to play both sides on damn everything? Like I would tell you straight up, I have my opinions on stuff, and like that's my opinion. I'm not trying to please the other side. Like, that's where I think and where I stand. Like, can we just do that? But it's just annoying when he does that. It's a mixed bag.
It's okay to rate something 10 out of 10 if you completely enjoy the game despite its flaws.
Yeah, see, this is where he tries to...
Here's the thing.
Here's the thing. Right, so he knows his argument is full of shit. Now he wants to walk it back. This is the face of somebody that just got shown up, and he's like, damn, you're right. And we're scrambling now. Look at that face. Look at that face. That's the face of somebody that got fucking shown up, and they gotta walk it back now and be like, damn, well, actually, you know, what it really is, that's the face. That's the face that you give. Like, it doesn't mean that the shit is perfect if you give something a 10 out of 10. There's something I can give a 10 out of 10. Everything has flaws, but that's my overall enjoyment factor. It's a 10 out of 10 to me. Like, yeah, it's still fucking good. Everything has problems, but it's still a 10 out of 10. It doesn't mean I'm saying it's perfect because 10 out of 10 is a whole number. It's the perfect number. No, who's thinking of it that way? This is just stupid. But now we're gonna walk it back. now we're gonna walk it back. That, hey Phil, you know, you could give something a 10 out of 10. What if they're just saying that's like their personal enjoyment despite its flaws? They still enjoyed the game. All right, how are we gonna clap back at this? What is it in reality? What's the bottom line?
10 out of 10 if you complete.
Wait.
Okay. All right.
I told the Angry Joe boys about DSP talking shit on stream. I'm waiting for somebody to actually clap back at him because he does sneak diss a lot of people.
All right, guys. Anything else? Or should we end the pre-stream? I'm being asked, is it okay to rate something 10 out of 10 if you completely enjoy the game despite its flaws? Yes. Well,
here we go.
Again.
I
feel like here's the thing.
Here's the thing.
Set rating scale, and that's really what's killing it right now with these reviews.
What does that mean?
IGN reviews something an 8 out of 10.
Right.
Angry Joe reviews something an 8 out of 10.
Right.
And some content creator, much lesser known, you never heard of, reviews something 8 out of 10.
Okay.
And all three reviews could be completely valid.
Right.
Completely justified in what they're saying.
But
all completely different.
Yeah.
Even though everyone gave it an 8 out of 10, it could all mean something different.
Yeah.
That's why the number scale is fucking bullshit. It really is.
What?
The number scale is bullshit because you don't even know if people are using the same criteria to grade the game. How many of these reviewers even have criteria?
That's what a
You
review
think that there's people
is.
who have a formula they use. Oh, if it has great gameplay, that scores a point.
What
If it
do you
has
think
great
a fucking
graphics, that
review
scores a
is,
point.
Phil?
If it has this or that. Some of them might do that.
Of course it's going to
Some
be
of them
different.
might
It's
literally
different
just
people's
pull a number out of
opinions.
their asshole. Like I said,
And
a
now we're
lot of these
complaining
guys,
because
they're based
different
on
people say
emotion.
different things.
So they just make a number
It's
up.
not
That's what they
uniform
feel.
enough. These people don't think the same way enough. That's the problem here. What the does he want, like a universal like ratings board or whatever? However that would work. He wants a universal grading scale. How would that even work? What's even the point of that? That doesn't even make sense to me. He wants a universal grading system.
What I'm saying, the whole number system in itself is bullshit. And I really wish
Then
that we could find another way to grade games and or anything.
well, think of one.
Because a number, a lot of times, as I just explained, is a misrepresentation of the true experience of the game. So,
Do you
Yeah,
what
well-
would work? Does he want to give it a grade? I mean, how else can you like say something about a game or like rate it or grade it if it's not like a number or a letter? Like without writing a fucking essay, does he just want people to do that now? It's just like, what do you think of this game? The quickest way is to be like, oh, it's a 7 out of 10, 8 out of 10, 9 out of 10. Like, you kind of know, like, where I stand on it and how much I enjoyed it. What do you want me to do? Write a fucking essay out to him if I'm asked about a game? Is that what he wants people to do? Yeah.
Ryu Insuiko says, have you ever seen a reviewer who says 10 out of 10 means a perfect game? Seems like it's never used as a substitute for perfection.
Right,
And that's
right.
the thing, then it shouldn't be used.
What?
You can't take something that is cut and dry, 100% fact, and then skew it as not being fact.
What are we talking about, man?
You can't.
So
There's-
we should get rid of the number 10 then, right? Then it shouldn't exist. Okay, so change the rating scale to 1 to fucking 9 then, since 10 can never ever be fucking used apparently.
Some undeniable facts in life. Math.
Math.
Is one of those
Forbidden
things
math.
that we
Big
all
O's forbidden
collectively
math.
agree math is the same. If we didn't, how the fuck would
Math
we
is
ever
forbidden,
calculate
though.
anything? Everything would be completely back to square one. As humans, we wouldn't understand anything in nature or anything. Math has to be the common denominator of everything that we do, so we have common ground when it comes
So
to
it's shot by
scientific-
in
right?
Ann. Saying how he
Math is
gave
it.
number scores to the
That's
DSP
fucking
tries it.
end-all be-all of
And now we're
everything,
just
right?
eradicate the numbers
So when you
now.
say
Get rid of them.
10 out of 10. 10 would be absolute fullest quality possible.
Well, this quality.
And you're giving it a 10. You're saying it's perfect. You're saying
No, you're
100%.
not.
You're saying perfect 1. You can't say, oh, well, it doesn't mean that. Yes, it does. That's math, dude.
This
That's
math.
fucking math. You can't change math because of
Forbidden
your
math.
emotions. Because that's what it is. People think they could change anything on this planet because of emotion.
Like, why does he
No.
take everything
Math is
so
math. Math will
literal?
always be there, whether you're angry or you're happy or you're fucking in between, whatever. Math will still exist, and it'll still be 10 out of 10 is a 1. It's 100%. You see?
So rated a 9.9 then. Fuck it. 10 can exist.
I am
That
offended.
means it's
I'm very
perfect, but
offended.
nothing's
I'm
perfect. So
incredibly offended. I've had enough.
Just get
I've
rid
had
of
it up to
the number
here.
10 then.
I am
Get it
at
out
a
of here.
10 out of 10 for being offended. I couldn't possibly be more offended about this. As someone who does this for a living, I've had enough.
yeah, math is like
Big Bubba Phil says,
definitive. You
who
can't
creates the
beat
rating
math.
scale gets to
Math
decide
is
what the
math.
values correspond
Math
to.
overcomes
See, that's
everything.
correct. Big Papa Phil
Just don't do it in
the
extreme, though.
Not everyone uses the same
But
rating
math
scale.
is like
That's really
facts,
the
though,
problem.
right? Yeah.
know,
So
aggregate
so
sites
when
like
like Piece of Peace does the number crunching and everything, we can see how many tips and stuff that he has. Isn't that definitive? It's math. Math is absolute. Math is everything. Math makes the world go round. But we can't do math in this fucking stream, though. Yeah, math is forbidden in this stream. I hope he doesn't even when he goes on these tirades, doesn't even remember the shit that he says. Actually, I know he doesn't. he talks about people getting so wrapped up in their emotion and they like give a game a 10 out of 10 out of emotion, not because they really like the game. They just get overwhelmed apparently. He thinks that's why people give games 10 out of 10 and say it's really good. It's not like they actually enjoyed it. But like it's I don't even know. The mental gymnastics, it makes my head hurt. It's definitive. Yeah, you can't have a different opinion now. I forgot what I was even going to say, actually. I got wrapped up in emotion.
Taking everyone's subjective
It
rating
had something to do with that. I remember it in a little
but then
bit.
they're collectively...
Oh, yeah. I don't think he remembers, like, half the shit he says when he goes on rants because he's so wrapped up in emotion. That's where I was going with that. That he just kind of flies off the handle and it's all based on emotion. That he says wild, crazy shit and he doesn't even remember that he even said it. Because, yeah, it was just such an emotional, impulsive response. He's so emotionally impulsive that he says so much crazy, dumb shit. And then he doesn't even remember that he even said it or realize what it is that he even said because it gets memory hold like instantly. Sheesh.
Taking all that stuff together and treating it objectively, that's where the problems began. That's exactly where the problems began. When IGN, GameSpot, Kotaku,
GameSpot.
What's the other one? There's like 5 or 6 big major media outlets, and then every little reviewer. When everyone
Kotaku's
is
still
using
a
a
thing?
10 scale,
I ain't been in there in forever.
all right, but then but the 10 scale's different for Joe versus Tom.
Yeah, they're
versus
different
Dick
people.
Versus Harry versus Steve, you know. And then I should throw in some female names because then people will be offended.
No.
Jane, Justine, Mary,
Justine?
Marigold.
Doing like blow bangs,
You know, and then I should
sucking all
put
the
in some
dicks
generic
apparently
names so
to
you don't know the
get
gender, so
whatever
people get offended.
position that she got, right?
Pat,
The fuck is that?
Moon Unit. There you go. So anyway, you see the point I'm saying is, if no one uses the same scale, everyone's scale is different, then we can't do aggregate reviews. We just can't. You could say this game is 10 out of 10 on the Angry Joe scale. All right, now I understand what that means. It's not perfect, but it's maximum enjoyment for Angry Joe, right?
Yeah.
When you say 10 out of 10 and then your score gets tossed into an aggregate review somewhere, now it's not subjective anymore. It's objective. You see? And that's a huge problem. And that's what I mean. To me, I feel like you're being irresponsible as a content creator and a reviewer.
Yeah, it's like when he
If you're
talks
saying
about the
game is
job
flawless, but then you
market
say it has
that he
flaws.
hasn't
I
been
mean,
in 10 plus years. Like, it's
listen,
still like that.
I really like Elden Ring.
He does
I
that a
do.
lot. He's so outdated
So far,
on
It
everything.
is my favorite game of this year. I will say
He's
that.
talking
That
about
was
old
my
shit. It doesn't
my
work
favorite
that
game
way
of this
anymore.
year. But there's absolutely no fucking way.
It's the
10 out of
same
10.
way with
I
like
would
the whole
absolutely feel
tranny
bad
thing.
giving this game a 10 out of 10. I would feel like I would
I'm pretty sure he don't watch clip that too.
disservice
But
to
like
myself
he's just running
and
on
you
everything's
and the internet
outdated
if I
about
said
him. The
it was 10
fucking
out of 10.
webcam, using Windows 7. It's just everything about him. It's just old and
What's
outdated.
hilarious is everyone basically saying
Old
like,
man
I can't
yelling
take
at
this
clouds.
wrong.
Boomer
But
vision.
Can you disprove that 10 out of 10 means 100%? Could you disprove
I hate when he
that
does
people
that.
don't take those number scores to make aggregate scores that are not
It's like
correct
his
because
brain
they're not
shuts
scaled?
down.
People don't percent. Oh, I can't take this.
Because I think who else said
hilarious is
that? I
everyone-
think like plenty of people had said that though, but it's like his
Basically
brain
saying
just
things
shuts
like,
down. Oh, his whole brain function goes to like burping and snorting. Like that's all the capacity he has.
I can't take this. Feels wrong.
Everything has to stop to do that.
But can you disprove
Where
that
was
10
it
out of
at?
10 means 100%?
That right there, his brain just shuts off. The little head shake. He's
But
gone.
Can you disprove that 10 out of 10 means 100%? Could you
Okay, we're
disprove
back.
that people
It was
don't
just a
take
blip.
those number scores to make aggregate scores that are not correct because they're not scaled? They're not. You know, even their own companies don't scale them right.
They are
IGN
the
will say
funniest
one game's a
parts.
10, one game's an 8, one game's a 2.
They can
And
be,
then you'll read the reviews. It's like
but
the
sometimes
number
it
you
just
gave
gets
doesn't
out of
make
hand.
sense to what you said in the review. So how can you even argue that
Actually, I
numbers
think
make
the
sense and should be used?
I just hate when he
when
beats
even
his
if the only
chest like a
company can't
fucking
have
like he's a
an
baby
editor
or
that
something
steals
for the
rights that
burps.
makes sense. You know what I'm saying?
The snorts are fine. Some of the
No,
throat clears are kind of funny too.
Phil's on his moral high ground right now. Moral? This has nothing to do with moral high ground. It's math.
It's
fucking
math.
Scientific. It's black and white. That's the point I'm trying to make here. Is that it's actually not about emotion right now. It's about fact. It's about actual hard facts that 100% cannot be said.
The top,
is not
the
a
top
whole.
5 snorts
It's
is
a
going to be
whole.
earth shattering because he's had some good ones.
No, see, I'm not clueless about how the industry works. I don't like how it works. There's a difference between Phil just doesn't get it or Phil doesn't like it. I don't like it. I hate this. I hate that we get these games that, oh, it's the feels games. You know, 2 years ago.
Oh my god, it's kind of I can't help but notice it. But am I the only like person that's thinking? Well, I'm pretty sure it's like it's something that's fucked up with his teeth. It just seems like he's toothless or something. Like his S sounds, I can't help but pay special attention to his S sounds and how he whistles them and slurs and stuff. Like something, I don't know, something's going on with his teeth. Or has it always been like that? Or I don't know. And the way like how he never shows his teeth or tries not to show his teeth, and he does like weird mouth stuff when he's talking. I don't know what that is, if it's his teeth or something else is going on, but yeah, those S sounds. Good lord.
Game was far from perfect. Actually, it's
Like I can't help but notice it like more and more.
So many people said it was a 10 out of 10. It's like, what are you talking about? Can you objectively explain how this makes sense, how this makes sense, how this couldn't have been improved, how this couldn't have been improved? Well, we don't care. It's all about the feels. 10 out of 10. You know?
Weird mouth stuff.
And I feel like this is another situation where it's a game that is being way, way, way overhyped because it was a game that got a lot of people into this kind of
So he's holding his lip while he talks, but it could be him failing to push the tongue up to do the S. So what condition would that be called? If it's a condition.
Let's be honest. The amount
I don't know.
It's insane. How many people actually beat it? Right? Probably not.
It's like he's pulling his bottom lip in.
The highest amount of people who beat it in platinum of any from.
I don't know if he does that purposely, but yeah, it's like he's pulling his bottom lip in.
Played it for a while
for whatever reason.
Right? But my God, the amount that I see of this insane amount of fucking crazy hype for this game on the internet is just, it's out of control.
Or, like hyping it up like he did. Like for weeks on end. What about Elden Ring week? Oh, they're hyping it up. Phil didn't hype up Elden Ring. Elden week. Because he thought it was gonna save the business. Like he flip-flopped on this shit so much. You see how quick he is to turn toxic? Now this game that he hypes up and people want him to play it, but you can't want him to play the game too much because then you get called a fucking Elden Ringer and you're being negative and toxic because you want to see him play Elden Ring. Now we hate those people. They're a bunch of hype beasts. They hype the game up too much. It's all they want. They're craving it. They're fiending for Elden Ring. Now I dislike them. Now I hate them, even though I hyped up the game like a motherfucker. It's just Elden Ring, Elden Ring, Elden Ring. That's all he was talking about. It was ridiculous. His bottom lip has kind of been sucked in the last few years. It's like I'm noticing it more and more.
People, if you say it's not even the best game they've ever put out before, you know.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy how he lucks out in these From Software games. He somehow finds a way to always find like the OP weapon or to overlevel himself. Like there are some fights that he has a problem with, but he'll get through it eventually. It's like he wants to sell like he's gonna be raging, oh it's gonna be so tough and hard, but he always like finds a way to cheese his way out of it, to find a really good build. And like I don't know, Like, I kind of knew something was up. That first Elden Ring stream, where he didn't want to run away from the tree sentinel, and like, that was the worst premiere stream he could have did, because people just wanted to see the game. But he wants to spend like fucking 2 hours doing this one boss on a premiere stream where people just want to see the game. But no, he had to persevere and do it. Like, there's something extra going on with that. Like, from the get-go, it was rigged from the start. Yeah, the king of cheese. His own review says the game is easy with jump attack, and he only used it because he sticks with the easiest possible thing and just abuses it. Isn't that why people hated like his God of War playthrough? Because he just used the axe. He's got like all these different weapons and stuff he could do. He finds the one thing that works and sticks with it. It kind of makes me want to look at like his like Devil May Cry playthrough and how he played that. He just sticks to one style, sticks to one weapon, plays it the most lame way possible, probably. Doesn't even try to experiment and have fun and do crazy stuff. He just sticks with what works and he rolls with it, because he has no curiosity in games, really, if you think about it. That's kind of why I wanted him to go back to Divinity, but like, it got tied down. He didn't want to like do anything before asking the chat. Because he doesn't want to experiment because he's scared to fail so much. And he hates like redoing stuff. So that makes it like doubly worse. But he has no curiosity, no like, I don't know, Phil, just fucking try it. If it don't work, it doesn't work. Just see what works. But he has to rely on people so much to do anything in games now because he doesn't want to go out of his comfort zone and just try shit. I don't know, he has a weird, like, aversion to failure. Yeah, sticking with one thing is his gimmick, like, uncut, raw playthroughs. What else we got? Oh yeah, the whole, cat thing, I guess.
Let's see here. Yeah, Zoya, you're asking personal questions that you have nothing to do about. Yeah, my basically cat has had a very tumultuous year. All right, her work schedule has changed a million times. It's been all over the fucking place. And of course, shitheads on the internet want to try to delve into our personal lives. No, fuck you. You're not gonna get any personal information from me on my streams. I'm not a dumb fuck.
Invading was so fucking annoying now because people make vids informing people to farm by hiding so invaders can't find you and leave. Oh man, never mind. I need to go back to Elden Ring. I haven't played it fucking forever.
Jasper used to be on the streams every once in a while.
And when they leave, it still gives you the rooms. That's scammy.
Jasper would be able to come onto the streams, and people have noticed that he's not on streams a lot because her work schedule's been all over the place. There's been no consistency in anything, so he hasn't been able to come on stream. He's outside the door right now. I hear him. But Cat's home today. You see? So how about this? All right. Let me put it in a nutshell. My wife's life is none of your fucking business. That's why I don't talk about it.
Yes, you do.
Unless we talk about like our shared day off.
No, you talk about her outside of that.
You're not gonna get information about her. All right, stop asking. Stop probing.
Like,
stop
this
making
is
your dumb fuck conspiracy theories up because you're all wrong.
This is only a thing because he tells us.
Because you're basically fucked up in the head. Go fuck
None
yourself.
of us give a fuck about Kat and her schedule.
I'm a content creator here on YouTube.
We know about it because you bring it up.
And a little bit of podcasting and other stuff. Everything to do with my family.
Shaking his head like a toddler. Look at him.
Your fucking business.
A literal child shaking his head like a toddler as he talks.
Stop probing.
He's just a really grown child.
Because you're all wrong. And if you can't control yourselves because you're basically fucked up in the head, go fuck yourself. Nothing to do with you, okay? Leave my family alone.
Leave my family alone.
Just gameplay and a little bit of podcasting and other stuff. Everything to
Don't talk to me or my son ever again, or however that goes.
Okay.
Leave my family alone, aka leave my wife alone. Why can't he just say wife? What family? Nobody's bothering your fucking parents that are in Connecticut. Who else do you have? We're not counting Jasper. Oh, even so, let's say we include Jasper. How the fuck are we like messing with Jasper? If you want to include Jasper in the family, who leave my family alone? Just say your wife. Holy shit, dude. And that's only because he is such. He's not a. He's only pretending. Basically, what he is, he's like a little kid wearing dad's suit, sitting at his desk, saying, "I got a big boy job." He's basically playing like house still. He's still playing like he's a grown up. And he has such a rudimentary understanding of what maturity actually is that he equates it to how old he is and the fact that he has a wife and the fact that he has a house. A big house. A spacious house. It's perfect for a cat like Jasper. Because he has these things that automatically makes him mature, I guess, apparently in his head. So the whole family thing is kind of attributed to that, to make himself seem more important than it actually is. So he could say, I have a family now. How many times have you said that? It's like, I'm married, I have a family now, my family, protect my family. It's just a buzzword to make himself seem important than he actually is. So to him, that's being mature. That adds to his maturity factor. That he has a, quote, family now. He's a family man with no fucking children and just a wife. And doesn't plan on having children. And has a cat, but sure. But it's like, that's the only reason that he says it's a family. To give him the illusion that he's an adult. That he's mature because he has a family. You fucking trolls wouldn't know about having a family. We're still stuck in the basement, dude. Because he wants to like dunk on people. That's the only reason that he did these weird, like, who does like girlfriend reveals and everything. Like, that's kind of a weird thing too. Why do you have to reveal? Like the whole cat thing. Because he said that according to her, she didn't have an internet presence, but she wanted people to know that she exists, question mark, for whatever reason, which I don't think she actually said that, but that's how Phil said it. I don't have any internet presence, but I still want people to know that I exist. So like, it's like, here it is, here's my girlfriend, she's real, she's actually a real person. That was like a whole thing too. She was like, oh, I'm real, here I am. Like, what are we doing this for? Especially if they're looking like a train wreck. Just the girlfriend flex videos. And he talked about trolls in that video too. Here's my girlfriend, let me talk about trolls. So weird. And he does it just to flex on people. Because he feel like he has to have a woman in his life to take care of him. So people don't call him a loser fucking already more than people do. That he has to flex on the fact that he has a woman in his life. Let's see. Oh, the Cinco de Mayo thing. That was a hoot too. 2 girlfriend reveals.
My jowls are flapping with
Great opener. Why does he do that? See, that's what I mean. Like, I just feel like his type of what he finds funny and like, yeah, he's just goofing off or whatever, but he's like a literal little kid. This is just stuff that little kids do, and he finds it so amusing, like unironically. Like when it comes to his shitty jokes and just the stuff that he acts about, it's like a little kid. A little kid is gonna find that amusing and funny. That's why he talks to his chat like they're a bunch of fucking children. They're all children, basically.
Oh my god.
He's running the fucking Disney day camp over here.
So guys, let's talk. Today is Cinco de Mayo. For those who don't know, this is a holiday for some cultures. All right, some people actually believe that.
Oh yeah, I actually didn't know about the pre-release stuff, Sophie. Sorry, I missed your message.
To that tell you. Wrong! It is not.
They-
Conception.
Oh yeah, don't you love when people do that? They want to point out how wrong you are, but then they don't even know what the fucking right answer is. That's a very, that's just what you do, I guess. So quick to tell somebody that they're wrong. But we don't even know what the right answer is, so you might as well not even point out how wrong somebody is if you don't know what the answer is. I don't know what the answer is, but I'm sure as fuck know that you're wrong. I mean, you're just being a negative. You're being a negative Nancy at that point. But so we get the full face, the full face mode, whatever, full face clown mode.
Oh my god.
Like, I could understand if you're doing it like, these people are wrong. I actually know what the answer is. It's actually this. It's just, no, you're wrong. I don't fucking know what it's about either, but you're wrong. These idiots think it's this. It's not that. I don't know what it actually is, but it's like the worst thing you could do. Why are you even telling us about this then?
So, guys, let's...
Big up Pseudo Monica and Doku World Order.
Cinco de Mayo. For those who don't know, this is a holiday for some cultures.
Like Rainy Day
Some
Fun.
people actually believe that
knows
it's a
nothing.
celebration of Mexico's independence. And I have something to respond to that to tell you. Wrong! It is not. Misconception, alright?
What is it really about? Big Snort.
In reality, it's just
He's doing combos again.
Eat, drink, and be merry.
That one was a little easier. That was a 2-frame link.
It's been just like every other holiday. It's all been over-commercialized to hell. Today you should have some cervezas, right? Maybe have some nice tacos, some delicious
Burritos.
or, tacos al pastor, right? Get the nice fresh salsa going, whatever you want to do. Actually,
For what,
we
though?
are having Mexican today.
Why?
Even though it was completely unintentional. So
Right.
my wife, this week, made the list of the meals that she'd be making.
This is so lame.
Home, for dinner, and one of them just happened to be she wanted to make a new Tex-Mex soup.
Tex-Mex style.
We had it on the
Is
yesterday.
it is it better than the Chinese style, Asian fusion style? Whatever that he had. And that's an actual quote by him. Chinese style, Asian fusion style. I might go over that too. Is it better than that? This dude's ridiculous when he describes anything. It's just word salad. What is that even supposed to mean to me? He's just tossing adjectives in there. He knows authentic Italian food too. Yeah, he's an expert. He's a culinary expert.
Yeah, I said,
Didn't you
what
know?
are we gonna have for dinner tomorrow? She's like, I don't know. What are the options again? What did we get? And I read them off. We actually have a 7-day planner in the kitchen. That's erasable. Was a dry erase board. And we map out our week on it.
Oh yeah, Tevin did tune into my Twitch stream, but I was fucking asleep.
So we read through it, and she's like, "Oh, okay, let's do."
I don't know how long I was out, like 4 hours maybe.
I said, "Yeah, but wait a minute. Tomorrow's May 5th, Cinco de Mayo.
Just a dead
Don't
stream.
we have a Mexican thing on here?" I was like, "Yeah, Tex-Mex soup. Let's do that." So we rearranged the schedule. So we're gonna have Tex-Mex soup today, which, from what I'm gonna understand from the ingredients I bought, I believe it's a broth, but of course she's gonna put a lot more ingredients in it, like tomatoes.
But yeah,
seasonings. There's gonna be big chunky tomatoes in there, black beans, roasted.
but I think it's extremely lame how he wants to like eat Hispanic style food because it's Cinco de Mayo. But you don't even know what it even represents. You don't really care about it. You don't even know what it even is. Why are we like trying to fake celebrate it? Like, I think that's the lamest thing. Like, I'm not gonna go out of my way to get like Hispanic food because it's Cinco de Mayo. Because, like, to me personally, like, it doesn't mean much to me. So, well, I don't know. Why am I going to go out of my way to do that? It's just super lame. But he loves to follow like these trends because I don't know. He just does that a lot. It's just lame to me. You don't even know what the fucking, what it's even about. You don't know anything about it. So why are we doing this? Because other people are? Huh.
And of course some chicken. So Tex-Mex soup. And tortilla strips. It's gonna have some tortilla strips.
Wait, you just tweeted just now?
That's gonna be our dinner today, and I hope it comes out good. First time she's ever making this recipe, but appropriate day for it, right?
Got a tweet update?
Cervezas, we don't have any cervezas. So instead, we're gonna have giant bucket-sized margaritas at dinner.
Hilarious.
But anyway, I think you see.
He actually finds himself so amusing and funny.
The point here is that every holiday now.
He got nachos for Mexican. Oh yeah, I forgot he did get. He got the nachos.
It's not about what was the purpose
of all things.
The actual origins of Cinco de Mayo. Does anyone know?
Doesn't it start shit early?
Most people have a misconception that it's the celebration of the Mexican Independence Day, and it's not. That's actually completely false. But I actually don't know what it's based on. What is the real celebration, right?
Booming snort.
Anyway, that's neither here nor there. Just throw that out there. If anyone's celebrating Cinco de Mayo today, please be responsible. All right? Be responsible. Some people are saying Pueblo resistance against the French. That sounds like Independence Day, which is wrong.
So quick to say that they're wrong, but that's actually what it's about. But it sounds like this. I don't really know. You know, it kind of sounds like the thing that I was talking about. So you're instantly wrong. I'm just going to write you off. It sounds too close to this. You're fucking wrong. But that's what it actually is, you dumbass. It was so quick to say that somebody's fucking wrong. And that's actually what it is. Look, that's what it is. That sounds like Independence Day, so you're wrong. Okay. All right, buddy. The man who knows everything but fucking knows nothing, apparently.
Some people are saying it's the day of the dead. When you celebrate your loved ones who have passed.
And like, what was the point of this segment?
By honoring them. Right?
I can look at the calendar. I know what day it is. You're not telling me anything. Like,
I guess
so what's the point here?
I don't exactly know the spiritualism.
Yeah, you don't know anything, so why are we talking about it?
So, happy Cinco de Mayo to anyone who celebrates.
There we go.
Money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money.
No, he has a special rare. Oh, is it doing the thing where it's asking me to? Am I still watching? Why do you do this? YouTube, stop doing this. Is it? Yes, I'm still watching. Stop. Pausing my damn music. Whoops. Well, that's what I was listening to. There we go. That you had. See, I don't know what is post nasal drip like. But yeah, he's been dealing with that for years, just snorting and swallowing snot and mucus. But no, he has a special rare kind of post nasal drip that cannot be cured by regular means. He needs like special crystals or some shit to heal. So nothing works. He's tried everything and nothing works. There's no cure for it. He's gonna have the eternal drip. But yeah, that sounds terrible though. Just constant, what, snot just trickling down your nasal cavities, I guess. Yeah, that does sound pretty terrible. But yeah, he's been dealing with that for years though. Just the fact that he has to snort and just swallow it constantly. Just imagine that. The man who tells you what day it is forgets his own days of importance. Yeah, like both of them forgot their anniversary. He damn sure remembers his birthday though. Like, how did they forget? Just like, and both of them forgot. When you have other people on the internet to remind you of your own anniversary with your wife, the fuck? How does that work? We both forgot. I guess it wasn't really that important then. No, we can remember other stupid shit though. You know what he doesn't forget? Those WWE Champions events. Yeah, we definitely don't forget those though. Well, we're on that instantly. We're marking the days off the calendar, but I can't remember the anniversary of our soulmate that we love so much. DSP and the Eternal Drip. He's got it, man. Let's see. Do I want to go over the... Okay, we'll watch some of the React stuff. I don't know if there's like a highlighted video of that. I'll go to the source. Yeah, I just have to go to the source. It's like, yeah, I'm giving him views. Wait, what's going on? What is he playing today, actually? WWE? And one thing that I don't get is why is it that he doesn't actually want to play WWE? Because he's can you link in here? Yeah. Yeah, he doesn't actually want to play WWE. Like, this whole thing about playing it, he wants to basically be a content, like, not thief, but like basically ride off of other people's content, like he does with the Frederick Nuts and stuff now. Just milk other people's content. Like, he doesn't want to play the actual game. He doesn't even want to play the game. He wants to do fucking stupid sim matches. That's what WWE 2K22 is to him. He doesn't want to play the actual game. He just wants to do sim matches. Unless he's actually playing the game. Because I thought he was going to do the sim matches for the... Like, I didn't even know he was even supposed to... I don't know. He might actually be playing the game today, right? Like, actually playing it. Or is it just sim matches? He's not doing that. He's saving that for the marathon, right? I might be wrong. He might actually play the game. But he didn't want to play it because he just wanted to do sim stuff and waited for people to, like, create characters and stuff. So he could just take from them and make content out of it. For free. But, yeah, you can send links in here. I don't think I have any sort of moderation on my YouTube chat. I might get, hate rated, but I'm not gonna know what to do. Look at this face. Look at this face. I thought we hated people that did this, that have like a clickbait thumbnail and they got their face looking like, doesn't this look like a face? What are we doing here? But you know, we'll put that in our videos. That marathon is gonna be like narcoleptic. Oh wait, I was actually there.
Hello everyone.
Hello everyone. Okay, we'll watch the. I'm trying to, cause I don't want to watch it in full, but I'm gonna be skimming. We'll skim. I'm trying to like get this to, whatever.
Hello everyone out there. DSP here for a very special event that was completely unplanned.
Don't think
the last time that I did a DSP Reacts a couple weeks ago, it was planned ahead of time.
Don't think non-moderators can put links in the chat? Oh, by default?
This is not the case tonight, okay? Due to the overwhelming positive reaction to the last DSP Reacts that I did, I decided to do an impromptu one because I can't do what I wanted to do tonight.
I will add you as a moderator if that's the case.
So,
for link
and
posting
purposes.
purposes.
Like, what can I do quickly for a night stream that's like a 2-hour stream? And I was looking around Frederick Nutson's channel again at some of his shorter videos, and one of the ones that's quite short, it's only about 40 minutes.
Well, we'll let the intro rock a little bit.
Final Fantasy House. Now, just so everyone understands, I have no idea what
I can't take him seriously with that.
What the content of this video is, all right? But it was recommended to me when I was doing the Wings of Redemption React a couple weeks ago, and actually, Frederick Nudson himself recommended this to me, saying if you were gonna watch more React content from my channel, once you do stuff you're familiar with, you might want to do this one. I was like, okay.
Oh yeah, I'd seen this before I started streaming. Yeah, a new improvement early on. It's gonna be nothing.
The way that I did the last one with Wings of Redemption.
Gets to do a bunch of fun new stuff. But look at the money buff. Look how excited he is now upon hearing about the gifted memberships. Now he wants to actually improve stuff. And it's probably money related.
Shout outs here. We have another super chat. This
one is Nonsense.
Sinatra asking me to play MLB The Show 22. And I may do that. It is on Game Pass, so if it ever, if Xbox ever works again,
He gets his dopamine hit. Like he sees them because whenever something happens, all he can think about is how much money it's gonna make him. That's why he was so hyped for Elden Ring. Everything's gonna save the business.
I got another tip from Slayer.
He just looks at the money earning potential,
Yeah, I see that.
and that's all he can focus on.
The whole thing. Thank you, Slayer. Thank you for the tip. I'll have to give it a look when I get a chance. All right, guys, let's do this.
Clap.
I have no idea what's about to happen.
Prayer ends.
You guys ready? All right.
Let's see how shitty this is gonna be in like the first 5 minutes.
Down the rabbit hole, huh? Final Fantasy house. What the fuck does that mean? A house with people dressing like Final Fantasy characters or something?
I don't know. Let's watch and find out.
To me, $5.
Or let's do a shout out and get cut.
We're not gonna talk about incentive to be a member tonight, Pony. Let's watch the video. Okay?
Oh, now we're not talking about members, huh?
Talk about that
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, let's watch the video. Let's go. Update your leaderboard.
I'm not gonna debate the rationale of me doing this when I'm literally doing it. Right?
Yeah, it's fucking Slayer. Who else? It's so many like bitch boys that like cuck up to him, and I don't get why, but maybe it's their thing. They enjoy it. They love being humiliated too.
Early internet stories, there are few
They love being chastised by him.
Final Fantasy house. Though the details are unclear to most who remember it, its reputation is still sometimes invoked on forums in reference to terrible housemates or the eccentric potential from online communities.
I kind of wanted to read that just as a preface here. Now you can't like just
Because the way Phil reacts to stuff, he's an actual alien trying to like assimilate himself into like humanity.
Internet mind controlled losers from the internet.
He's reacting how he thinks humans are supposed to react.
And made everyone roleplay as Final Fantasy characters 24/7.
That's his reaction when like something bad happens, or like that's supposed to be weird or
I
shocking.
guess this is gonna be interesting.
Just so he can be confused and go like,
Who played the Moogle?
It's so annoying when he does that.
The King of Hate, Jay Hale, to me $8 says based react stream. Halo sucks anyway.
That's fucked up. That's his reaction.
That's the second big tip of the night. Thank you.
Yeah, he's still using his Xbox to play YouTube videos. He doesn't want to sit at his PC
Stop talking about Jay Hale's big tip.
for anything now.
Content. I want to know what's going on here. Okay,
It's really surprising. Like, when he was watching the Wings things, he does not pick up on social cues or social interactions. He's like, oh, that they're supposed to be friends. It's like, yeah, friends talk shit to each other. That's like a normal thing. But it's been so long since he's actually had friends. Does he forget what it's like?
What was the Final Fantasy?
I don't even know what that is. Otherkin. Never even heard of that. Another world.
I mean, can I consider you a friend if I can't friendly talk shit to you? That's just kind of what you do.
Wow,
A LiveJournal user under the handle of GenkiCrack made a long, scattered post detailing an experience with specific fans of Final Fantasy VII, a popular and influential story-driven game from Japan.
Incredibly overrated. I always say that. It's a fine game, but I like Final Fantasy 2.
Yeah, this is how you don't do reactions.
Well, 4 and 6. Excuse me. 4 and 6. Way better than 7. I think 7 went 3D. Everyone loved it because it was 3D, but it wasn't as good as the previous games.
He introduced it by writing, "These people are dangerous. This is
Whoa.
not a joke. This is my experience with them." He began by explaining his place within the fandom. Quote, "Most people watching the journal now probably don't know this, but back in the day, I ran a pretty popular website."
And like this doesn't really do anything for him because it's mainly just a bunch of text. Like this is text to speech for the most part, the majority of this. I mean that's, but like it doesn't stimulate him enough. So he has to do this weird stuff. Like just look at him. I kind of want to go to like Piece of Pieces stream where he had like the zoomed up cam where you can really see him, like just his face. But you can kind of tell he does this when he's playing like Yakuza and stuff, because he has to actively pay attention to it because he has to read because it's not in English. But he's so awkward when he's like trying to like take something in that he just looks uncomfortable and awkward. Because he has to like look over here, do this stuff. Like it's just oddly distracting, and I don't know. But it's because he has to like physically pay attention. And it like hurts him. It's like it makes him uncomfortable that he has to actually pay attention because he's not stimulated, because it's not like a video that he can just like a video of people, because it's just text to speech that he's looking at text that he really doesn't want to like. I mean, it's just text. He's just looking at a bunch of text. So yeah, it's just like he's understimulated, so he gets really awkward.
He explained that he was a college freshman and a heavy drinker. In 2002,
like you were, or you still are.
Herself, Hojo,
So 2002, okay. Very, we're talking a long time ago.
Yeah, 2002 was a long time ago, Phil. It was like 20 years ago.
The free ones you can get, and you just slap a bunch of shit on there in 5 minutes. Wonder if that's what it was.
Like, why are we pausing to say shit like that? I mean, I kind of paused to say unnecessary shit too, but like, just to say that 2002 was a long time ago. Like, am I the only person? Like, what did we get out of that for him to say 2002? That was a long time ago. Right? Was that just the whole point of him saying, like, what was the point of him saying that?
So
2002, that was a long time ago, right?
And a heavy drinker. In 2002, he was contacted
Drinking,
by a person
funny.
calling herself Hojo,
So 2002, okay.
Right.
Very, we're talking a long time ago.
Yeah.
20 years ago.
Yeah.
I wonder if it was like a shitty GeoCities. Remember GeoCities websites, the free ones you can get, and you just slap a bunch of shit on there in 5 minutes? Wonder if that's what it was.
the mad scientist.
It's kind of irrelevant, but okay.
Began conversing with each other.
Maybe it was. It was like Neo Geo.
Hojo had her own fan
It was Neo Geo
namesake.
conversion of Street Fighter.
Pattern, she began calling the writer Zack after his site. At the time, he thought nothing of this. Sometime after, he was introduced to Hojo's wife, who went by Genova or Jen, after an ancient evil and alien creature from the game. The writer
Needs to be something that can add to the content, but like he focuses on such the wrong stuff.
Asked if I had any memories of past lives.
It's like he nitpicks stuff in like the worst way though.
Given how many cultures believe in it. So I told her no, I didn't, but I did believe in it. I should never ever.
Yeah, he just nitpicks on like worthless stuff. Like it doesn't add anything. It's just, what are we trying to say? What's the point? It's not even relevant to the actual what's going on.
Universes. Do you grant me that? Sure, there could be. And in those universes, maybe, just maybe, video games actually happened. I thought it could be plausible, because I like imagining anything's possible.
I would love to visit the universe where there's a plumber running around jumping on giant mushrooms that explode.
Like, does this add anything to make a stupid, unfunny joke?
To knock down walls.
I guess.
Through all of this,
Like, okay, like, you didn't have to pause to say that.
Zack from Final Fantasy
To make some shitty joke.
About it, she said, "You're both country grown. You both have that instinct of dragging off friends."
But he looks so awkward, like trying to process and understand what's going on.
Magic or any of that, and he wanted to be a mercenary. For all of his
See, he's doing it.
Similar speech pattern. We even live in a basement.
And the fakest laugh ever. Like, it's just so bizarre to watch. But he was doing this, it really ramped up, like, kind of midway through. But this is what I'm talking about, these weird camera glances.
Have that from Final Fantasy VII.
Like, he should just turn the face cam off.
I was Zack.
Like, what?
Think about it.
I get it. I'm understanding.
That instinct of
Cross the arms, I'm itchy.
Behind, you take a bullet for someone, right?
Oh, what's that over there?
Magic or any of that,
Oh.
and he wanted to be a mercenary.
Wait, what was that?
All of his
Oh,
5 or
okay.
6 lines, you have a similar speech pattern. We even live in a basement, like he was locked in one, and you hate.
Well, yeah, he was going crazy with like the eye darting. Like, hey, he did it again. Like, what are you looking at? It's so distracting to me. But like, what is that?
Battle your brain with freshman idiocy.
What is this? What is this? Staring down the barrel of the camera. For a split second. For what? Why? He was doing it so much. I don't get why. Why are we looking at the camera like that? For like a split second.
And vodka, and this will suddenly make sense. Sure, maybe I'm not him now, I said, but it was possible.
He actually said it was possible. If anyone at any time in my life had said to me, hey, do you think that previously in another life, you were a anthropomorphic blue hedgehog that ran in loop-de-loops and collected golden rings, I'd probably say close conversation, close conversation, close conversation.
Okay.
Okay.
I would say, he would say that to them.
So I guess that's the preface for this.
Unquote.
That's his
The writer agreed
response.
to meet them in the town of State College, Pennsylvania that winter to stay at their apartment.
Abort, close conversation. I'm done with you.
Stopped by Hojo, wearing a lab coat, who escorted him back to where they were living.
Wearing a
Quote,
lab coat.
When we arrived at the apartment,
Yeah.
Jen, who insisted I call her Genova and would often refer to herself as Jenny Nova, came storming up to Hojo and I, screaming in Hojo's face. I have no idea what it was about.
And he's doing the thing that he mocks people for, like just making dumb faces.
Looked like she had just got out of bed, and I was, to say the very least, intimidated. About 3 seconds
Like he wouldn't act like this if he wasn't on camera, so you're doing the same thing. You're purposely making like stupid looking faces because you're on camera, and that's what reactors do, right?
Jen wasn't role-playing when she talked about her children and other selves. Jen is what the internet calls a soul bonder, or in other words, batshit loony. She believes she has a lot of people
What's so
living in her
funny?
head talking, and when she wants to take on a personality that best fits a situation, for her,
Mental illness is
Jane
funny, I
figures
guess.
one out. I.e., if she wanted to get sympathy, she would raise the pitch of her voice and pretend to be an innocent child.
Oh.
Oh.
Okay, we're 4 minutes in. We're 4 minutes in, and this would be me cutting and running, getting the fuck out. I want nothing to do with these people.
And it's like half the time he asks like rhetorical questions that like,
Cut it out. Act like you never met them.
just watch the video. Like it'll probably be answered. Just calm down for a second. Watch the shit.
You know, close your AOL Instant Messenger or whatever. What the fuck? We're 4 minutes in, and
Yeah.
already this is like, what the fuck? Red flag. No, no, no. Do not involve. Get away.
Do not involve.
That you can see. Okay.
Unquote. Despite these occurrences, the writer's overall experience was positive.
And I know I have an accent too, but you can make fun of me too when I say like tomato.
The nut jobs.
But I'm gonna laugh at him for saying involve because that's just ridiculous.
Each time paying
But I say like window and tomato and potato.
you would meet someone new, many of them soul bonders themselves.
Soul
Jen would
bonder.
frequently ask for money to buy food, and the writer would relent, feeling a sense of obligation. She would also attempt to help the writer and others grow more attached to whatever Final Fantasy character she had assigned to them. This was achieved through various means, including pantomimed magical battles and a past life regression involving laying on the floor and listening to music from the game. In one instance, on a trip to the college, she and Hojo...
But yeah, he really does, because he has it in his head what React channels are.
Quote, remember being Zack. Another time, when meeting someone...
But Windows enjoy them.
Eris, Jen attempted to coax them into
Yeah, involved is
One
just
time,
ridiculous.
She announced that she was going to lace their food with aphrodisiacs, but whether she actually did so or not, her demands were not realized.
So why would you be returning to this situation? Right? If obviously the people are nuts. They're nuts. Why
Nuts.
would you go back?
They're
You've been
nuts.
Several trips and they were always so good. Oh yeah. Like you're out of your mind. The moment someone's acting like this, you say no. You
Those
need help.
S sounds. I
Please
can't
don't
help it.
involve me in this
Can't help but
because-
noticing
I
that.
mean, it would be funny if it was like, okay, you thought they were joking, but it's obvious these people have issues, and people who are like this, it could be dangerous if you allow them to be entertained. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is crazy stuff. They're gonna drug each other now and shit. No, I'm gone. It's almost like it sounds like a cult, the beginning of a cult, right?
As strange as these instances
Right, I hate the rhetorical rights,
enough
too.
to dissuade the writer when Jen and Hojo proposed that he
Right?
meet with them.
And sometimes he kind of spams that too. Like after every statement, it's just a right. And it's like, I don't know, fucking you tell me.
Summer of 2003, with
Right?
to only stay for the season. Within 3 days, he
Is that
found
just him looking for validation? He's so used to doing it, he just defaults to adding right at the end of anything so
experience.
people can say, yeah, Phil, that's right.
I can't even say what came first, chicken or egg, but let's just say that after 1 week, I was getting sick of it. I was the workhorse. I guess because I was Zack, I was therefore the manly man, as opposed to Jen the Cetra Queen or Hojo the frail scientist.
Now wait a minute.
Jen
Was he paying rent? Because he said he moved in, but was he paying rent? If he's not paying rent, then maybe earn your keep. You got to do all the work around the house. that could make sense. They didn't clarify if he's actually paying any rent here. He just said he just moved
And
in.
quit her babysitting job and
Okay.
to look for another one. I was
Like
carry groceries too.
Like, that didn't really add. I mean, he's questioning stuff, yeah, but like.
One who had to fix or move furniture when it needed to be fixed.
But like, is he asking the chat this? Because it's like it's like he's asking it to the chat, and then like glances over at chat, but never actually responds to anything that anybody is saying, unless they're just not. Because I don't pay to his chat a lot usually, so I don't know. Are they just not giving a fuck and not answering him, or just? I don't know. Like, he just asked a bunch of questions and then looks at the chat, but doesn't respond to anything. And so it's like, yeah, he just pauses to kind of speculate and ask questions, but it's like he's asking it to himself. But he's asking it to other people, but never follows up on anything. So yeah, we're basically just asking ourselves this. Is him thinking out loud again? But like, we're not having a discussion about it or going back to it. We're just asking it and then moving on.
They get online because Jen was on almost 24/7. The rest of the time she would watch me as I typed, so I could never make a journal entry that read something along the lines of, "Jen is abusing me, help me God, I'm tired and I want out of here."
Well, that's because you should have just left.
Jen's pattern of
Not make
surveillance
journal entries.
worsened quickly. She would always be listening in.
Oh, it was a little bit more complicated than that.
To
Jeez.
know wherever he was going to keep track of him.
I don't know, man. You weren't in that situation.
Night for sundry magical errands, depriving him of sleep. She demanded he spend his meager paycheck on
Like, it was so distracting. Turn your webcam off if you're gonna be doing this shit. We're twirling the mustache.
Hojo had him ask for unsold
Just
food.
so much stuff. Like, he has nothing else to do.
Would take out the garbage.
And he can't stay still.
The writer who always
Ever.
washed the dishes. And so
Is the audio cracking for you guys? Because it is cracking for me in my headphones. And I don't know if you guys are hearing that or not. I don't know
You
if
think
that's
DSP actual fans does when he makes a joke?
My headphones doing it.
Kevin
Are you
Bernstein
hearing
does.
Cracking audio at all? No. It's the headphones then.
And his chat is a, I don't know. You got people role playing. You got people that like 50 sock accounts. Some crazy stuff that goes on there. A bunch of characters.
It was exactly the same as the last one I did of these. They're always going to sound.
I don't know who's an actual real person in his chat anymore. That's the worst thing. Derek's a real person. If you want to call him that, right? He's real. I can trust him.
Brandon Cole says,
I mean,
understand
Darish.
audio is fine.
Sorry.
Okay, so
I can
here
trust
we go.
Darish.
All right, let's continue. Hopefully this fixed it.
Oh, the stink festered in the apartment in the hot Pennsylvania
Oh,
summer.
the stink.
Jen only wore a single dress and refused to bathe, opting instead to use scented oil. The writer described the apartment as rotting flesh.
All right, he sounds like Butthead when he does that. That's his commentary, Butthead commentary.
This is gross.
Okay, thank you. This is gross. Great.
The thing is, I have a little bit of perspective on this. Being someone who used to play Street Fighter.
I was gonna say, being someone who doesn't fucking shower. I can add to this. I can comment on this as someone who doesn't fucking shower.
And going into an arcade where guys are packed like fucking sardines and they're just sweating profusely and smelling.
Why are you so itchy all the time? Why'd you get so many ear infections? What was that about, Phil?
And it smells pretty fucking.
Why is your hair so greasy?
disgustingly Right. But the good news is I was only there for like the day for the arcade, for the tournament. I wasn't living in that condition. Ugh.
More, Jen and Hojo would beat each other loudly and with increasing frequency behind their bedroom door as the summer continued, each time followed by noisy sex. This pattern of starvation, sleep deprivation, surveillance, and social isolation eroded the writer's will.
Got Baxeros, got Black Lady walking. We have
Why is he not gone?
we have Kagome, who was also sometimes Kagami. He says it differently so many times. That's the weird thing. It's like he forgets how to pronounce Kagome and says it differently. Sometimes he says it right and sometimes he doesn't.
Supporting them blindly. For example, while the
Kagome, I think, is the nurse or someone is. Like, it's so hard to follow who is who in this chat.
Described the aftermath. Quote, apparently Eris called one evening when Hojo and I were at the used bookstore, stealing books, yes, that poor, and said she wanted some of her things back that she had left at the apartment. Jen exploded.
Oh yeah, because he's a quarter Italian. You're right. That's why his hair is greasy.
I forgot.
Like
Sid?
Otacon.
Wait, who's Sid? How many people are living there?
Kagame.
I thought it was only like 3 or 4. There's a Sid involved now? There's way more
Involved.
than I thought. Why are they all in this situation?
This is coming from a guy that said black smithing in his original Skyrim playthrough. Smithing. And like Cameo somehow gets turned into Cameo. What are these alien pronunciations that no one has ever said it like that? Why the fuck are you saying it like that? I don't know if it's cameo, whatever it's called. What the fuck says it cameo? Oh yeah. Mayo. The smithing. Wait, what? Oh yeah. Didn't he say like Gyarados or he said that like 3 different ways. He just butchers these names in ways I didn't know it was possible. Oh lord.
And screamed at her. I told her off too. We rented a taxi with money we didn't have and raced home. Jen, who had been screaming she had slit her wrists, was sitting in the middle of the floor. Sid was draping cloths on her wrists. I woke up for a second and knew this was bullshit. I had a problem with self-injury. I knew very well.
Gyarados. Yeah.
I know well knife wounds. Jen had scratched herself horizontally on the wrists. Maybe it had been with a safety pin or a butter knife. It was not any kind of suicide attempt. At the most, it would sting. But I was still mad at Eris because I was supposed to be. I wrote her nasty emails. I joined them in bashing her. I ignored her when she came to pick up her stuff.
Wait, I'm so lost.
Then now he's confused.
So there was a housemate who was
It's not that hard to follow.
Eris from the game. And the housemate somehow had a falling out with the other housemates. So the one who was playing Genova decided to pretend to commit suicide. What?
Yeah. That's what people manipulate people.
Lost.
Though she obviously wanted
You feign suicide and sadness to get your way. That's how it works, Phil.
Maybe if I had got a clue and tried to get out with her, things would have turned out different. Unquote. Soon he was left with no money to leave and no confidence to ask for help. Even when he attempted to talk to his father at a payphone, Jen would go hunting for him. Then, when the filth in the apartment grew unbearable, Jen and Hojo asked their landlord if they could move to a smaller, single-room apartment, further increasing their proximity. The writer was the one to move the boxes. Soon after the move, the supermarket cut the writer's job to 1 hour a week. But even so, Hojo took all of them out to buy new things for the apartment, implying that she had been
excellent reactions. Excellent commentary.
As they did many other times.
Like I couldn't really see myself doing like react. Well, I react to him, but because he's giving me a lot to react to. But like if I were to watch this video on my own, it's just kind of like a personal thing that I would enjoy. I wouldn't know what to really say about this if I was watching like this video by itself. Like I can't really add much to it. It's just I can tell you what I'm thinking, but that's about it. Like, but like that shit kind of crazy.
I began to think he was like that all the time.
So that in itself, like, it has to be something that I'm at least familiar with that I can actually add something to.
It was after one of these visits that the writer finally gathered the will to leave. Inspired after someone had stolen his shoes.
Yeah, there is a difference. There's a difference between like watch parties and like actual react videos.
Living with Jen and Hojo. After being homeless for a few days, Sid helped him gather his things and return to his mother's home in Brooklyn.
Excuse me.
Besides his own account, the writer spoke of a few others involved with Jen specifically. One account.
So this is weird. So there's another guy named Sid, right? There's another guy named Sid who's involved and knows everyone there. Like, he knows everyone at...
I'm pretty sure Fraga is going to be streaming, right?
He goes dick to everyone. Why they let him in? See, this is like... The reason that this is a weird one is because, like, all you're reading is forum posts, and all I have are questions. Who is Sid? Did he have
Who is Sid?
an actual relationship to any of there in the house? Was it just a friend? Was it a relative? Was it a significant other? What was his relation? When he went in, they were saying when he went in, he would break the fake reality they had created.
But we're just kind of like questioning stuff and thinking out loud.
And so he would get some reality back in his
I
head.
might do the pre-stream, man.
Zach, when this guy came in and
Don't you want to see the hot, sweaty men grab each other in the WWE?
He basically broke the brainwashing. This is what it is. This is brainwashing. Broke the brainwashing and said, okay, well now I'm going to leave. And so he left with no shoes and walked the streets for 2 weeks. No, 2 days, he said. But how did he run into Sid? Why did Sid help? If Sid was friends with the girls running the house, then why did Sid help him get back to his...
Like, we're just pondering and asking questions to nobody at this point. Like,
right?
I guess, I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah,
It's very weird.
we don't know anything. We're confused and don't know anything.
Anyway, I don't know.
See, what was the point of that? We're asking a bunch of stuff, and then we stare at the chat. I don't know, and then we're back to it. So what was the whole point? They're basically saying I don't know anything. Hero on his day off if the garbage got tossed. Oh yeah, it was that Hot Phil's day off segment, my favorite. We got to hear about his dump run. That apparently he just has months of garbage just stored in his garage. Because 2 grown adults can't figure out how to take their trash out on more than like 1 day a week. Some fucking hell.
Another person whom he referred to as Bean would sell her blood to help fund Jen's lifestyle.
Sell her
At the
blood?
time he was writing the live
Her
journal,
blood.
she was still living with
He
him.
put so much emphasis on the bees. There's some fat chunky bees he be
We're
throwing out there. Sell her blood.
Right?
He put so much emphasis on bee sounds.
There has to be some kind of law enforcement involvement. If people are being forced to do things against
It's
their
just
will,
everything he
like,
says and how he says it is just hilarious.
is like
Her
okay,
blood.
he's involved because he got roped into it. He didn't realize this is what it was going to be. He thought it was going to be a roommate situation. Next thing you know, his life is in shambles in 2 months. Everything's
The
fucked up.
fattest of bees.
That I understand. You're tied to a chair and forced to see things that are disgusting you don't want to see. You're being forced to sell your blood. Where are the police?
They just didn't want to get him involved, man. Which I am surprised the police wasn't called on any of this.
Wait a
But
minute. We're 11 minutes in. There's another 30 minutes of this. How could this possibly continue for 30 minutes? The house
weren't
is
one of
like
those
the house
dumpsters
is
to
about
toss
to
a few
explode
big
in a
items
second.
they were
They're
paying to
burning
haul,
down.
like mattresses. I mean, that makes sense.
You know, don't. So, all right.
The writer expected some people in the
That makes sense. I mean, what all does Phil have to throw out? Like kitty litter and DoorDash boxes?
Can I start banning these clowns? What clowns? Who's doing what? Because I'm paying attention to the video.
Like, how much stuff is he really throwing out? Hey, what is it? Just food, really? Right? Like,
Are people coming
just
in
general
like,
garbage, and majority is food. Cat crap in the vacuum.
Is this real life or fan fiction? Supposedly this is real, but of course this is.
But mainly
what
kitty
we
litter.
see on the internet, and you have to understand. Unless
Oh,
you can explain to me by the
just
internet,
hoarding
it's
kitty
also
litter.
corroborated by police report or facts or something.
Corroborated. That's his new favorite word. You can tell when Phil like learns a new word because he overuses it so much.
I don't know.
He likes to say it a lot.
Word spread quickly about the live journal post, and many fans.
Like if I were to look up corroborated on Pig Go, you just see the biggest spike from like what, maybe 2 weeks ago.
Oh.
Known the extent of their behavior.
So they're
Others who
corroborated.
already knew her found her claims on
Corroborated.
beyond the community, however.
Because he wants to expand his vocabulary, but he does the complete opposite because he overuses the word that he's learned, so he's actually stunning it.
It was soon adopted into
So GG's, you achieved nothing.
living conditions
Just stunt your vocabulary, even though you're supposed to be expanding it. You gotta change it up at some point, Phil. But now let's use the same word.
Recognized name and misnomer. The Final Fantasy VII House, or often just the Final Fantasy House. Though the rest of the internet would sometimes question its veracity, the writer's account seemed generally accepted
The
with
thus.
simplified fantasy.
I wonder where he got the
Began
thus
with
from.
reports
That's my
of other
favorite.
people affected by the group, many of them people he had met during his time at the apartment.
My
Not
prediction
short of
is thus.
correspondences, he created a website where he cataloged the accounts of those who approached him alongside his own. Due to the limited archival information,
Like, he looks like such a tweaker if you just look at him.
Site with new accounts, but it appears he was
Just him not being able to sit still.
with each person
And there we go, the camera glances and start. What is that?
were from people mentioned in the original live journal post.
Like, it just kicks into overdrive. But what is that? What are we looking at? Crack in the neck,
Limited archival information available
mouth stuff.
to say the rate at which he updated the site with new accounts, but it appears he was receiving them as late as 2006, with each person
One take,
represented by a pseudonym.
double take,
Some of these accounts were from people mentioned in the
three, and now we're committing looking at the chat.
elucidate the
Back to the screen.
and enunciate Jen's and Hojo's behaviors. These accounts suggest
Camera glance.
amateurish.
How many people were affected by this? I guess this is something that was going on for years when they were all in college. So this was like, I mean, college is supposed to be 4 years.
It's basically, it's like you're watching him physically try to process what's going on.
Jeez.
Like, you can, that's him physically buffering.
Did. For example, one account from someone going by Carlo wrote, quote, "There were
Like, the
also
information is processing, it's getting there.
had the same tarot deck
That's what all that is, the fidgeting and, like, I don't know, just the weird stuff looking at him. It's just awkward.
outlined in the little book
It makes me very conscious.
I can't remember
Even though
anything
not on camera.
specific about
But if I were.
this, except there was always mention of something coming after me or something, thus the coughing. If I remember right, later we were playing with a Ouija board and that something or someone
Ouija.
was
I thought it was Ouija.
contact.
Luigi.
What?
The Luigi board.
These accounts would also unanimously
Ouija.
support the assertions about Jen from the original writer. One of the oddest entries, however, was an open letter prefaced by the
Oh, I
writer.
think this is the part
Quote,
that
"Following
I have
was
one to
taken
point
from the
out.
Wayback Machine. It is posted
Yeah,
without
this
consent of
part.
the original author, and I want to make that damn clear. She has
This part
nothing to
right
do with
here.
being here, so don't involve her. It is being backed up here due to the fact that it contains some current information that I felt should be edited out, like names or references to
Yeah, and I kind of hate I don't have my model anymore. Because it wasn't an original model, it was a placeholder one, but I was just kind of rocking with that one, but I fucking lost it. I don't know if I can get it back until I actually commission a custom one. But yeah, I have to do without the model for a little bit until I get that straightened out. Unfortunately, but 10K for a face reveal, 10K subs. Yes, when we get to 10K subs, I'll do a face reveal.
one involved. As far as
But,
I know,
yeah,
the
this part right here I
original
wanted to
author was
highlight.
farming turkeys in Idaho.
It's typical DSP.
Okay.
This was written in 2003. The article
For those of you who don't know what the
The pig's playing it. Okay, so it's like he at this point it's kind of like he's lost. Like he's reading the stuff and he's listening to it, but he's not really retaining anything. So he's kind of grasping for straws here. So he's already lost and he's just searching for something to like actually say.
and that
So like he's just lost up until this point. He's finding that one thing he can like cling on to.
also unanimously
And they mentioned Wayback Machine,
Jen from the original
and he
writer.
instantly hones in on that because he can relate it to himself
Prefaced by the live journal
and pig explain it for no fucking reason because nobody asked.
The Wayback Machine. It is
He's like, oh, I know what that is. I can tell people what this is. You know, you can, my old website, the top haters, you can use the Wayback Machine and you can still find it.
due to the fact that it contains some current information that I felt should be edited out.
Because, like, this part right here, like, as soon as he said Wayback Machine, he's just got it buffering in his head, like, what he's about to say about it. Like, whatever Fred's talking about, this is not registering. All he has it in his head, he heard Wayback Machine. And he's like, I know what that is. I can talk about that. And it's like,
Names or
and pig explain it for those that don't know what the Wayback Machine is.
Happily farming turkeys in Idaho.
This is a man that pig explain fucking produce.
2003.
If you don't know what produce is,
Wayback Machine is.
why
or
does he do
was,
this?
At one point, there was a way to find anything that basically had been deleted. from
He
the
loves
internet at all.
explaining things like everybody's actually regarded.
You know,
To people that don't even
stuff,
ask.
If it was gone, this Wayback Machine would archive it, and you could find it as like a data dump website, basically. I actually, this is interestingly enough, a long time ago.
Like nobody even asked. So why are we doing this? What are we adding to the video now? Like he goes on these tangents. Like they mentioned Wayback Machine. Is this about the fucking Wayback Machine? No. Like stay relevant to what it's about. This has nothing to really do with the actual story. It's just like, can we pay attention to the actual story? And he gets so lost, and he jumps back into the video and doesn't remember what the fuck like is going on because he went on that huge tirade to talk about the damn Wayback Machine.
Top Street Fighter players on the west coast of the United States was running. It was called topplayers.com. So I didn't like.
Oh, you two stop doing this to me. Yes, I'm still watching.
Troll on the internet, and so I made a website called tophaters.com. And my point was that I was supposed to basically be
just make a random model in Viewer.
So I ran that site for like a year and a half. I put all kinds of dumb shit on that site.
Yeah, I would just have to
playing all kinds of shit that I knew was.
I don't know. It can't be that hard.
For shock value,
right? It's the hair that threw me off, though. The hair intimidates me. Trying to make hair on that.
And then all of a sudden, someone was like,
"Good-looking hair."
I was like, what? It's like, yeah, I think they used the Wayback Machine, and they found the website. You could still find it. How? I haven't. That website is so old, and it was deleted by me. I deleted it.
Years
ago, and apparently people still could watch it.
Like this is unnecessary to talk about this.
Very careful about the shit you put on the internet. When people
I thought we were reacting to the Final Fantasies.
2003 that apparently was deleted.
Oh, no, we're going on a huge derail.
By the way, Jen and Hojo have tipped me $4.20. We already know this is fake because, as you know, they had no
obviously
story.
They didn't have money.
With us, Phil, you can be Vincent Valentine. Oh no, absolutely not. Hell no. Everyone knows that if I lived in the Final Fantasy VII house, I would be Emerald Weapon. Yeah. Anyway.
Okay.
Apparently written by another active member of the soul bonding community, though clearly no longer associated with Jen, under the pseudonym Candy Wrapper. The introduction to the letter reads, Genova.
I think I kind of want to skip to the.
To shut up and not argue with you.
Because we got those are the main two things that I wanted to point out, like the camera glancing, the Wayback Machine thing. These are things that particularly stuck out to me. Oh, the Suikoden thing. Was that in part 1 or 2? I'm trying to think. Was there any highlights that?
This equation, everyone that stays at this house is paying for everything for this woman.
It's just him being confused and asking questions to nobody.
I now do not have money.
What? Well, I just don't understand.
Wait, what was this?
With $17,000 in my bank account, and soon Jen had drained all of that on necessities, all for the house, many of which went into Jen's room and never came out. Soon I received a check.
This Jen individual. They had a very specific diet of steak and Gatorade.
To get her to stop spending money on frivolous things, but every time I said no or told her she should spend her own money buying things for herself,
And just the house smelled like shit. She smelled like shit and threw glitter everywhere.
I just don't understand this. I really am struggling to understand this story. Why are people doing what she tells them to do? Right? Why? Oh. So I decided to visit for 2 weeks and move in, and I spent $17,000. Why? What are you talking about? Why did you do that? I don't get it. I really don't understand it. Why?
I thought you said it was like a cult. Don't you know how cults work?
Gas in the air? Mind controlled gas? Why would you move in and immediately start spending money on them? I don't understand it. I could understand if it was like, okay, it's you and a couple people you know. We're going to go get an apartment together, okay? So all of us signed the lease together, 3 tenants. We all agree to, okay, we're gonna throw in a certain amount of money.
Yeah, why? Why are you doing
You're
that?
responsible for this, you're responsible for this, you're responsible for this, right? That's how it kind of works.
What are you doing? Like,
I
why?
had an apartment. I shared it with 2 roommates. 2 roommates.
Did he ever talk about this before? Or is this the condo
I was sharing an
thing?
apartment with 2 roommates who were co-workers of mine. We all worked
Oh,
at
yeah. This is the condo show.
mortgage company, okay? And right up front, we said, if we're going to look for...
Let's just make it about ourselves now.
It's going to be
I mean, it's the only thing he has to go by.
Right? and it's going to be shared rent, and we're going to have all these. You're going to do this responsibility. You're going to do this responsibility. Did all up front.
I just wonder what it's actually like to like be around Phil on a normal like daily basis, like actually being a housemate.
It was one of the roommates lost their job, and luckily they had saved up enough money to still pay the rent. They really couldn't pay for anything else, but they stayed to their agreement. They paid the rent. My other roommate was terrified that this guy was basically going to stop paying the rent, and we were all going to get fucked. But he didn't. He kept paying his rent and everything. And even then, after living there,
that top haters website though,
you know, it was about
yeah, because he was what, like 22
we did it for a year
when he did that.
I decided I wasn't going to live there anymore.
And just the biggest edgelord. That was his magnum opus too.
The guy who had lost his job moved away.
Like he was so proud of that.
And the other roommate went and got an apartment with other roommates.
It is just
lived in our apartment complex. So
yeah.
We all broke apart or whatever. So you see what I'm saying? Like that's how this works. What is this situation? Oh, I have a place.
He was such a tough guy.
But as soon as you show up, like you pay money, pay for this, pay for that, pay for this, pay for that. After the first day, aren't you like, wait a minute? I didn't show up to be your ATM. What is going on here? Like I'm here. We're supposed to have.
That's what Kat showed up for.
Everything. I'm not gonna keep giving you money, and you're not gonna, you know, what is it? But just look at this.
The point. What the point? That he basically is doing for himself. We can't. What are you pointing at? We can't see that. It's just like a little tick that he does, I guess, because he's talking about it. But like, still, like you're on camera. You know, we can't see what you're pointing to. You're literally just doing that for yourself. He thinks this all happened day one. Yeah, all of this was instant. It wasn't like a gradual thing that happened over time. Totally.
Which was drained quickly. And now
he showed up and was just fucking. He paid for everything, dude.
Why are you spending all this money? I'm lost. Yeah, seriously, like to me.
He gave her thousands of dollars right off the bat.
They moved in.
He dropped the Jack's Raxer tip. He gave him the 1K.
Like you're fucking around. You know, $17,000.
And he put a Planet Jeff
$80,000 is life changing
for the cat.
People, and you're just pissing it away on someone because they asked you to. You know?
Yeah, kind of like how you asked for money. Kind of like how you get pissy that people don't like your videos enough because you asked them to. Kind of like that. How you get pissy? Because you don't get money because you asked them to over and over and over again. Man. Yeah, it's kind of like that. Figure that. It's crazy. I don't get it. I don't get it at all. Why would people do that? Why'd they just give stuff to people because they asked them? I don't know. And then actively explains that he's like pissed off that people just don't like his videos automatically. That he's pissed off that he has to tell people, he still has to tell people to like the video. He's pissed that it doesn't happen automatically. That he can't just hit 100 likes without having to fucking tell people and they give it to him because he asked them to. That's your whole business revolves around people giving you shit just because you ask for it. It's not even because you beg for it, literal begging. Because you send out tweets that is basically give me money. Because like that last one that he did, where he was like, it was the lowest stream ever for, what was he playing? Was it the Star Wars one? No, it was, I forget what game he was playing. But it was a massive beg tweet. That he mentioned it was like the slowest stream of the year or whatever. It's like he didn't even say come by and watch the content. It was literally swing by and support. Give me fucking money. Because I'm telling you to. I don't get it, man.
I'm confused at the situation.
Why would people do that?
Elaboration, but to me this is like very confusing. By the way, I got a $2 tip from Derby Day talking about the Kentucky Derby.
Yeah, it's just all runs into each other. It's that was on Skyrim area. Yeah, yeah.
Giant paragraph you typed about the Kentucky Derby. Okay. Alrighty then. Let's continue.
All this time she was telling me
Because he's been beg tweeting like back to back to back to back like Drake.
Together so we could conquer evil, etc. I wanted desperately to feel special. I was scared and alone. and I believed
Oh
her.
my
She knew
God.
a few magic tricks, was very good at reading people, and could give relatively accurate tarot readings. I fell for her lies, hook, line, and sinker.
All right, so I gotta switch back. Thank you guys. I accidentally didn't switch back. So now that actually just answered everything.
Maximum bag. Because, yeah, he had a code black.
Makes sense. So these are people.
Yeah, he's been hitting those frequently, too.
Basically have a situation where, like you said, I wanted to desperately feel.
It used to be like this rare mythical thing, the code black, the sacred code black, and now we're just hitting it like it's nothing. It's gonna be the norm soon.
Really
But it's kind of crazy though, like just how little people actually support him.
You're part of something special. We believe that we're actually characters from a video game, and we're doing something special.
Like, how many people actually support him when you don't have your 1 minute mans or like the prearranged bags or like the pig bags? Because you can kind of tell when there's behind the scenes stuff, like, because that last one that he had, that last code black, that was a genuine one. Like, he was legitimately shook.
You clearly don't understand what happens in an abusive
Like, there wasn't a prearranged like deal going on. That was a legit one, but you can kind of tell when they're behind the scenes that he has someone that he knows is gonna give him something that's gonna save the day. But they do this scummy shit that, like, because apparently if Phil gets money, nobody else wants to give him money because they love his content so much. So they do the last minute thing so he can milk more out of people. Because when he's actually doing well, nobody gives a fuck or wants to give him anything. It's legitimately a business based on begging and pity. That they want to give him something to make him feel good. That's the only time people step up, when he has to fucking beg and chastise people to get his money. Then they finally give it to him.
Did Jen really think that she was a fucking Final Fantasy character and that she had power crystals and her tarot card readings were spiritual readings into another dimension? You know what I'm saying? Or was she actually just manipulating everyone around her to get fucking free shit constantly? And then when one situation,
big ups logic.
That apartment was full of squalor. Oh, we're moving out. We'll go to another one. Start over, right? It was just like an endless cycle.
But it's obviously clear that
Making them believe
people really just give him money out of pity,
or, you know, things that were going on,
or like attention, or like how many people genuinely enjoy his stuff. But my favorite thing is he tells people, oh yeah, what did he say in the tweet? Where he was like, you guys are loving this. You guys are all loving my content, so please come by and support it or whatever. Like he always says that. Like, you guys are having fun. You guys love this. You love this, right? You're having an amazing time. This is wonderful. You guys love this. Then where the fuck is the money then?
For stuff anymore.
He just loves to promote that. You guys are enjoying this and love it so much. Well, obviously they don't then. Because nobody actually gives him money because they like his content. They give it to him out of pity.
If they were no longer
like, if Phil has $1,000, if you really like his content and want to support him, why would you not give him like $10 more?
This is interesting.
That doesn't make any sense. Then you're giving them that money based on fucking something else. Not because you like their content, because it's regardless how much money they have. If you like the content, then, like, yeah, you just support them. Like, he does this weird stuff that, like, oh, well, he's got enough money, he's fine. I like his content and everything, but, you know, he doesn't need the money.
I appreciate that. If you are watching this on demand on YouTube, remember, if you like this kind of content, give the video a like, leave comments on what you think. And now you can actually support this content with super thanks as well. If you would.
But yeah, if it's not sock accounts giving out random like $25 and like specific amounts to meet the goal, no one just, he has nobody.
She had been supplanted by a new person named Angel.
And it's like, I don't even know how many people are actually doing that. It's like, what, like 3 people on sock accounts, if that are actively like supporting this grown man.
To stay extremely silent during the day or risk being berated by Jen.
And it's just the weirdest thing to me that if you want to support Phil, fine, support Phil.
Was also still abysmal. Quote, oh, how Jen,
like, I'm gonna say you're fucking stupid, but it's your money. Do whatever you want with it. But why all the weird, like, I don't want to be, like, the sock account stuff? Like, it's so, why are we doing this? Like, just donate anonymously if you really want to give them money. That's what I mean. They do it for such weird reasons, like ulterior motives.
beaten.
Once during a
You want to support them, fine. Like, do it anonymously. But why are we, like, doing sock account stuff to make it seem like people actually like him when they don't? For his ego? For his sake?
Passed out from the head trauma. Jen would later convince her that she had attacked Jen first, then blacked out.
Right.
Eventually, Mela would tolerate no more, and she kicked them out.
Good.
Much like their apartment,
Which
the
is
house
crazy because that's right. I forgot that it was her place to begin with. She was the one who had the apartment. Oh my god. That's even a crazier thing. It's your apartment and you're letting these people move in and fuck you up? Wow. You know,
It's one big clown show of competing egos.
we're actually gonna get pictures? We're actually gonna get pictures. Alright.
left a mess, which Mela documented with
They kind of did. They gave James the lesser money.
stolen numerous
I
objects,
actually don't know anything about that.
including board games, fabric, and a set of corsets.
There's nothing
though her
furnished
demand
at
for back
all.
Payments of rent, quote, in
Yeah, I'm kind of lost on that one.
Just look at this, right? There's like no real furniture. There's not even sheets on the bed. There's absolutely no attempt to clean or keep order to anything in the house. It's like they just moved in and just sat down on the floor and started doing things, right? Like, what the fuck?
Weren't they in the process of moving
So
out?
weird.
Yeah, I just feel like he just focuses on the wrong things.
And they lived like this for months, sometimes years, with nothing in it? Why? Here, okay, I want $17,000. Okay, let's buy a couch to sit on.
Like, I feel
How
like
about a TV?
this is just like irrelevant
Just sat there, like, it
nitpicking.
sounds
Like,
really- they
I
sat
don't
there on
know.
laptops.
Like, what are we really saying here? We're not adding anything to it.
Fuck, man.
A.
Like, this is just the thinking out
Thank
loud
God
part.
It's a hardwood floor. Can you imagine if this was carpeting? How stained and disgusting the carpeting probably would have been?
Inexact. While this account is consistent with other reports of the group's behavior, there was no method by which anyone...
Why is there Tide?
I'm like, why are we talking
Why is there
about
Tide?
this? Pay attention to the video.
They bought Tide. They just left it in the container.
Yes, it's a
Never
Tide
washed it.
container, okay?
could verify the veracity.
I know they were like stinky and stuff and probably never used it, but there you
The
go.
Lysol.
Alongside this, the author would finally reveal the faces of Jen and Hojo.
Oh,
In the
boy.
frequently asked questions section, he wrote, "Is this photo Vincent/Jen/Hojo?" 90% of the time, no. This was Jen in 1999. She got fatter and dirtier. This was
Fatter.
Oh my God!
Fatter and dirtier.
They're really wearing lab coats. I thought that. Okay, they always wear lab coats.
I mean, she looks okay-ish there.
Okay.
But then
They always wear
the
lab
corruption added. She happened. She got fatter and dirtier. That's a hilarious phrase to me for some reason.
Even with their names publicly available,
Fatter and dirty.
after this, the attention on these stories began to
No, she looks okay there.
After the accounts were posted, the Final Fantasy house would return in a way that nobody expected and, at first...
Yeah, like, she's
entirely
okay.
unrelated.
Really?
But little would you have known.
On July 15th, 2008, a LiveJournal user by the name of Dragon Tiger Claw wrote a post entitled Insane Housemate Part 1 and published it on Housemate
Well, let's
Forum,
see.
an
Oh yeah, I
open
wanted to get to the
moderated
Suikoden part. That's in
page to share
part
their stories of
2.
bad roommates. The opening reads,
I'm gonna just speed through that just to get the scope of like how ridiculous that he does these type of things. Because he was right, because he guessed the game, which, to be honest, it's not even that obscure. Like, it's not a hard thing to guess. I mean, I made the same guess myself. As far as, like, you know, PS1 RPGs with, like, a hard name to pronounce or whatever. I was like, oh, it's probably Suikoden. And then he just goes crazy with it, like...
Everyone, so this is part 2 of DSP
Too much
Reacts
steak
Down
and
the
dick
Rabbit
and not
Hole.
enough showers can mess up a
If you
nutcase.
have not seen part 1 yet,
It's the damn
watch that
truth.
first. It would
And the
make absolutely no
Gatorade.
sense for you to start at part 2.
Shit got too much sugar in it.
Also, I do want to give a shout out to
I don't think the zero sugar
these
Gatorade
videos
existed back
for
then.
allowing me to do these React style videos and streams about his content. This was an impromptu one I had not planned ahead of time. It was just something random, completely off the cuff, had no idea what it was about, and it's pretty freaking weird and bad and wow, to say the least. All right.
Yeah, it
Like
was
this
steak
content,
every day.
support it in any way that you can, if that means
And that shit was
leaving
expensive
comments,
though. How did
super
he?
chat, super thanks.
How did she afford it? What did she actually do? Like she said, like a babysitting job, and then she quit that when
So,
dude moved
to
in.
recap,
How much money could you make off of babysitting? She was doing some shit on the side
time period,
to afford
3 years
steak
later,
every night.
These women have tried to delete all of their information off the internet, and no one knows where they are because so many bad accounts started being posted on the internet about bad experiences with these people. They're trying to basically hide their identity.
But let me get to that part. Should be wrapping up soon. I at least want to be finished by 1.
All right, here we go.
However, his standards for roommates
Then just kind of chill out, get some food or something. Then the piggy will be streaming. Then Nan's gonna do the pre-stream. But
Sarah, who moved in without much trouble.
where was that part?
27-year-old computer programmer.
Oh yeah, it was.
area, but when she went back to work,
Like, how long did this really last? Okay.
game characters. Upon further discussion, she explained that she believed she was the human incarnation of this character and that they shared a soul. Unquote. Pete refused to reveal what character she was claiming to be, however, since it would be identifying information. This game would, in the second update, be revealed to be the Japanese RPG.
Whoa!
Oh!
Oh my god!
Oh, that's
I hit
crazy!
it right on the head. Wow.
Holy shit, he won!
Okay, Suikoden. Suikoden is an RPG
He guessed it.
based combat.
Like, here we go, instantly pig explaining it. Like, did they already explain that it's a, like, you know what they're talking about? It's a role-playing game that she was, like, obsessed with or whatever. Like, we already know what the fuck the game, like, what it is. But no, we gotta explain it in so much detail for no reason. Like, the only part of this that's important is to know that it's a game that they really liked and based, like, this cult from. Like, that's all the context we really need to know about this weekend. But sure, let's let Phil tell us about this. Like, look at, like, I just want to see how long this lasts. Like, go speed this up a little bit.
Whoa! Oh my god! I hit it right on the head. Wow. So, okay, Suikoden. Suikoden is an RPG turn-based combat. The reason that it's unique is because it has an insane roster of characters that you can recruit. Some of them is so simple, you walk into a town, you say hi to them, and they join you. Others, there's like these really elaborate level quests you have to complete in order to get them. Some of them are incredibly cryptic. You'll do something with them early in the game.
Yeah, he did this on like a super slash shill type of way.
Loving the random
He wants to hype people up.
But man, it's difficult to get them all. You need to definitely have a huge guide to get them all. If you get them all, there's a secret ending, which is really cool. And I did get them all. At the time when I was playing the game, I liked it so much.
Like, he turned this into a fucking, it's a retrospective now. It's a Suikoden retrospective. He's gonna tell us all about the game now. Like, this was a super derail. We didn't need to do this.
Guide to get all the characters in the game. And the cool thing is, a lot of them are very similar. Like there's like archetypes, like a warrior, a mage. But if you get the really good ones, they like kick major ass at the end of the game. And there is opportunity to kind of use a lot of them in combat. It's not like, oh, I got 100 characters, but you only get to use
A complete derail.
You use those big fights where you have armies and shit fighting each other, and they all can be utilized. It's really neat. It's a really good game. If you've never checked this franchise out before, I strongly recommend you check it out.
So he could have stopped there.
Admittedly, I'm sure the graphics are
He could have stopped there.
I mean, like, it's definitely an older style.
He
game,
kept going.
and you really have to
Like, all he really had to say was like, yeah, it's kind of a cool game. You know, it was unique in this way. If you haven't played it, check it out. Or you can watch me play it. Yeah. Yeah, he could have stopped there. He just kept going.
It's a really good franchise, and what a chance that I've played this and the sequel. I played 2. I played this and the sequel. Actually, I take that back. I played 3. I played 3 as well, because 3 was PS2, I think. I played all first 3 of the games. I didn't like 3. I thought 1 and 2 were great. 3 was not very good.
It was a good game though. It's a fun game.
Old school.
It's one of my early RPG memories. That Greg Minister thing.
You're just gonna sit here and play fucking Suikoden, huh? Oh, okay.
Yeah, that shit was.
Shout out to
It's
Mike.
a banger.
$50 tip. Thank you so much. He says, I'm stranded in a hotel in Pennsylvania. The shoot's only get through the night. Well, Mike, thank you. What a generous tip that you just gave. And now we've hit the hat goal for the stream. I really appreciate that, Mike. I'm glad that I'm entertaining you and getting you through a boring time. Oops. I cannot type tonight. Anyway, we're gonna have a poll now for a silly hat to be worn on stream. Let me get the poll going quickly so we can resume here. Jade is saying his Xbox is up and running.
Man, and this is sped up like 1.5, but imagine this in real time. Like, how long have we sat on this and just like we're meandering now and like not doing anything?
We'll do fake hair. No, I did fake hair the other day. We'll do Pikachu. We'll do.
This is how much
a
he gets
white
derailed with everything.
And we'll do the Punisher beanie. There you go.
Oh yeah, that was definitely a sock.
Brucey says, add Suikoden into your list of games in the future. We'd love to see you play it. Dude, if I never got to Lost Odyssey, if you guys find, like,
And it's
Earthbound,
like, with him, it's whatever, fuck him. Like,
slow-paced, turn-based RPG shit.
just
There's a lot of cryptic stuff already on
get out of here, Wes. Like, just fuck him, basically.
Okay, I cannot believe I guessed it right. Let's continue.
Released in 1995. Soon afterwards, a friend of hers came to visit the house.
It's just at the point now. I don't care about it.
But since Pete could neither spell nor pronounce it, he simply called her something. After spending a week together playing,
Sped up goat laughs.
the housemates were having, though they had been given vegetarian options to join, they refused.
I wonder what's the playthrough that he's had that has the most goat laughs.
They were asked for a house meeting, which took
I know he was going crazy. There's like this compilation as like GTA 4 when he was playing that. The Simpsons Hit and Run one, that one's pretty bad too. But I'm actually curious which playthrough has the most goat laughs in it.
Excuse us for being sane, bitch.
Wow.
Unquote. They eventually learned that she had used friends' help to get past the screening process. She had never had a job in California, was from the East Coast, and used a friend's address to get a California driver's license while another posed as her boss. Matt allowed her to stay until May 1st, since she had already paid for April. Sarah, however, wasn't willing to leave so easily.
Really? She squatted?
By this point, numerous readers had become enraptured, begging for updates to what
But
Sarah
I think
saw, and many
for the
returned.
most part, I think that's pretty much all I wanted to pull out of
To
the
pressure from Matt
the
in
React
house, Sarah isolated
video.
herself in her room, with Sasarai acting as a go-between.
do.
Sasarai's company. However, this
Oh yeah, the
Matt was able to pull a favor from a psychologist friend to
Wait, is
get
Meerkat streaming?
for free, and he managed to convince Sarah.
Actually, yeah, he is.
Soon she was on medication. She was interacting with the others.
If that's the case,
Oh, that's ingenious.
I think I might end this earlier. I want to go over the tranny thing
Get her a
though.
doctor, get her on meds.
Just a couple things to round it out. Then I'm gonna probably jet over to Meerkat stream. I didn't know you were streaming today,
True form of income. Quote,
so I'd rather.
plain as can be, I have people
It's kind of. At the same time, I do want to kind of
my religion.
Wow.
stream and do videos more.
A male video
I'm still trying to debate how I want to go about that. I want it to be like less.
Some morons out there
I don't know. I'm more comfortable doing live stuff, but I also don't want to like feel like I'm wasting people's time. They have to like sift through a bunch of stuff. Like part of it wants to be like scripted and structured. That's like really hard for me to do.
No, I get government benefits
But
in the UK.
I don't know. I would just rather like
Because I don't like to work.
Wow.
Soon after this,
watch other people's content than make my own. To be completely
Oh
honest.
my god. This is getting worse and worse. So they closed the Final Fantasy house when news of the Final Fantasy house. broke
Meerkat
on
does the
internet.
stream. I'll focus
But
on
then they
work.
created
I
an
got you.
Internet cult instead.
But yeah, I'm gonna try to wrap this up soon. Cause yeah, I would very much rather watch other people's content than do my own. When it comes to this stuff,
What the fuck?
there's
They
way
brought
more
their cult
entertaining people.
worldwide.
But yeah,
my
wrapping up
God.
soon here. You watching
Tiamat
Meerkat?
has just tipped me $4.
Doesn't he have it? Do. Who's this person?
If I were to fuck this girl,
Oh no.
I would have to fuck her right in the poop chute, because actually sticking my dick in her pussy would probably reflect some
No.
kind of respect for her, and that's something I definitely don't want to do.
Man, no. Savage. We need to finish Metal Gear. Oh, I actually didn't even finish that, huh? Yeah, because the last time I was streaming, yeah, I got like really tipsy and got derailed, and we started like watching other stuff, and then I fell asleep. So we actually do got to finish the Metal Gear Phil playthrough. We didn't have that much left. He was like right at the end, dude. But yeah, we still have to actually finish that now that I'm remembering it. Okay, focus. What was the thing? Where's the tranny thing? Was this not highlighted? How long ago was this? Is there even a trying to think, where can I actually find it? Is it like embedded into one of these videos? Because this is just a bunch of hateful. I think maybe it's Is it in this video contained within it? Yeah, I was. We ended up. Yeah, I ended up watching that. This is how you don't play. Monday day stream. But is there like a specific clip for it? Yeah, I can't remember. Was that Sunday? It just runs in all together. Yeah, I'm thinking maybe it's in this, right?
You know, it's a really good thing I'm not on Twitch anymore, because even saying the word sim can get you banned from Twitch. I'm not even kidding. Remember they added that to their forbidden
No, I'm thinking this
list?
is that.
Fucking stupid idiots. Skis TV says YouTube is far from perfect, but at least
I think it was Check the Yomi.
for things other people are doing on their streams to a reasonable extent. For my knowledge, yes. And like I said, one of the major things.
Because I don't think this has was in there. This is just him talking about the Twitch, and then
doing crap instead of focusing on the core.
we got to go to the source. Did no one not clip that specifically? Somebody had to. Or just have to like search the transcript for tranny or gay or gay. But I think it was the Trek to Yomi stream, right? Was it? And these videos are so out of order. It's hard for me to know which one does this belong to. Was this when he was playing Trek to Yomi, I guess? Was it on the 8th? Was it? It was in the same stream, wasn't it?
Because if you have the right to that content and you paid for it, they have to live up to their end of the bargain. And if they don't, you will
I have to search for tranny.
back what you didn't get. Okay? They could be sued. That would be a pretty stupid lawsuit because it was only 2 days. If it were out for like 2 weeks to a month.
Was it not this one? I don't fucking remember.
Yeah, then you could have a pretty hefty class action lawsuit against you. But it was only 2 days.
Which stream was?
Right? So it's not that big of a deal. But for some people it is. What if you only
Near the end?
a little bit of extra money being partnered with Curse?
I don't know how well the subtitles picked that up.
Actually, everything changed on YouTube.
He did say gay. Maybe if I search gay.
But that's despite the point. I was partnered with Curse for about a year. All right.
Oh, okay. Yeah, here we go.
Terminated my partnership because.
Okay, yeah, it was like right near the end. It was like around here.
Bruce Wayne, wrong. That's all I'm gonna say. You're wrong.
You're wrong.
Super chat, wrong.
Wrong.
Incorrect. I don't care what you think. Wrong.
Did we already miss it? I love when he does that too. It doesn't matter because you can't win an argument with him. Because you're just wrong. He's wrong because he wants you to be wrong. It doesn't matter what you think or what anyone thinks. You're just wrong because he says you're wrong. No matter what, you're just fucking wrong. So it's impossible to win an argument with him.
Can I do a shout out on the daily podcast for those who super thanked in the past day? Well, that was Rusty Edwards, Fruto7.
I think it's like
Skis TV.
closer to here. Big thumbs up.
This is so messy. And now I can scroll down.
What are we boomering about?
It's way underneath.
144?
No, I can't. It's just related videos. There's no comments. Where are the comments? What the fuck is going on?
Wait, this is only 124 long.
Oh, comments. And I still can't see it. I have to go to the desktop version. I can't even use the mobile version of YouTube to see it.
Like, I did have the timestamp, but I backed up a little bit. I wanted to get the full context. But I don't think it's happened yet.
And
I think it's right here.
Do you see the problem? It's a nightmare. They really need to make a queue for this shit. It shouldn't just be, oh, it exists, but you have to... So, okay, to find a Super Thanks, you have to have the YouTube app. And you have to go to your Studio app and sort for Super Thanks, then you can see them.
And it's also stupid how he thinks of YouTube Studio as like a third-party app.
So then you have to open up the mobile
and bitches about using it. It's not that complicated. It's really not. You just don't know how to fucking use anything. It's not that... It's really not that bad. I hate when he does it.
Wow, that sounds really user-friendly there, YouTube.
It's not that bad.
You don't need a queue for that to show the information, right? Ah, so intuitive.
Yeah, I think it's right here.
Yeah. Ridiculous.
Can he not rub his nose like a toddler? We're just rubbing the sleeve.
To end the pre-stream, what do you guys think? This is hilarious. Bomb is me did a super chat saying there's compilations of you saying trannies and gay. You do realize the words trannies and gay are not bad words, right? Tranny, transsexual, that's not a bad word. Gay, that's not a bad word. You can say it, stupid. The fact that you think it's a bad word shows what an idiot you are. Why do you think those are bad words?
You're an idiot. You're stupid.
Oh God,
and the thing is, I mean, he's technically correct. I mean, you can say anything, like, and like they're not bad words in themselves, but like that's the thing. That's the whole reason why this is even a thing. Is because he has the fake ass pandering ally bullshit in his pre-stream pre-stream. Or like when he uses the slides and everything. I wouldn't care about this if he didn't have that. If he wasn't trying to fake pander. Like this, I wouldn't even care. Like, like you can say whatever, fine. But it makes you look like a clown when you're a supposed ally of this group of people and community to which I'm in. That for you to not understand, to be such an ally, why it's considered a slur or why it might be offensive. Like, I get it. Like, he's old school. Like, there was a point in time where like transgender people would refer to themselves as trannies. It was a positive thing, and then like just words change and how they're used, and then it became like a negative thing. Like people would use it as a negative term for that community. So I get that, like, yeah, before it was not a bad thing. It's like they even used it as a term for themselves, but that all of that changed. Like I get it, I understand. But for you to be an ally and not even try to understand any of that, like he doesn't know what it fucking means to be an ally. Like that's the part. He's just being a fake pandering asshole because it makes him look better. Like the thing that he says about people that donate to charity and how charity is like an evil thing or whatever if you talk about doing it because you just want to make yourself look good. That's what the ally side is for him, just to make himself look good. Everything it's a safe space to be in his stream. Just don't have like dyed blue hair because he's just gonna be prejudiced towards you. And don't make too much money. It ain't too safe if those things apply to you. But yeah, it's very obvious that not like it's all bullshit. And he just looks like a clown. He's saying, like, we're telling you, hey, this is an offensive slur to the community that you're supposed to be an ally for and whatnot. He's like, no, it's not a bad word. You're a fucking idiot. You can say it. Let's say it to somebody that's in the community that's like one of your fans and see if anyone gets offended by it. But if they get offended, it's their fault, right? So I kind of don't blame him because, again, like it's just a word, and at one point it was an acceptable thing. I mean, you can still say it's acceptable now. I mean, it's a word. Like, words only hold as much power as you let them hold over you. But again, you got to understand there are some people that are going to be offended by it. But yeah, it's just the fact that he's just being a pandering asshole. If he didn't have that slide and he said the word, it's whatever. I'm like, okay, yeah. And like, I get it. But it just outs himself. Is that he really doesn't give a fuck about this supposed community that he's supposed to be an ally for. Because someone had said, like, it's like at a base level, to him, that means, okay, yeah, like gay marriage is fine. I have no problem with gay marriage. And like a lot of stuff for me, I feel like it's just like a toleration thing for him. Like he won't outwardly make comments or stuff about this, but he probably still thinks it in his head. At least I would assume about a lot of things, really. But he would say he's like a changed person. No, you're just not as vocal as you used to be about it. It's kind of a difference. You still probably think that way. And the mask does fall off sometimes. I remember when he had to catch himself calling somebody a regard. Or he didn't call somebody that, but he was like, that's retard. Wait, no. He did call somebody a mouth drooling. Retard. I shouldn't have said that. Like, sometimes he lets the mask slip. Like, he still thinks that way. He just doesn't say it. But yeah, that was a great clip. Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did call somebody. He did call somebody a retard. Insanely mouth drooling retard. Oh, that was that game was so whatever. Nobody remembers the name of it. I don't know why I even played that. And I think he talked about going back to it randomly when he was considering like his options of like stuff to do, going back to a dead ass game that nobody cared about for whatever reason. But he won't go back to Divinity 2. Yeah, we're talking about going back to, I think that was the game that he's talking about going back to. Talking about going back to a Immortals Phoenix. We're talking about possibly going back to that, but not Divinity 2. Okay. Fucking Immortals Phoenix. Who cared about that game? I'm sorry. It was just such a nothing game. I couldn't tell you one thing that even happened in there. It was just a filler game. And he plays so much filler stuff. But like, why are you playing this? And he just doesn't play stuff that he probably should be playing. He should have already played WWE. But he's so slow on the draw and has such bullshit excuses why he doesn't want to play something when people are asking for it. And then by the time he plays it, it's too late. And then wonders where the support is. But yeah, I'm trying to think, just to close up shop, is there anything else here? Oh, actually, how does the raid thing work? I don't think I have any of that set up. It's not like Twitch, is it? I can't just like click a button and raid somebody, can I? I actually never looked into that. But I think that might be it for me. Yeah, I think that pretty much closes up shop for this stream. Gotta have 1K subs kind of thing. They're gatekeeping. YouTube's gatekeeping, but yeah, thank you for watching though. Thank you for showing up, chilling out, having fun. But I'm gonna head over to Meerkat stream. So I'll play you guys off with something. Play you guys off and see you in Meerkat stream if you're going there. So I will. Yeah.